All right, everyone. Welcome to the very first ever Everything But Movies with Matthew Heagerty. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Anyway,
Was that
it's
the
been a
intro?
while. It's been a while since we heard from Matthew Heagerty, and since the live shows have kind of not so much happening these days and stuff. I thought, well, let's have a this might be a cool way to hear from Matthew Hegarty. Just do a dedicated recording thing that we can just upload. And I was thinking about what the hell to call it. And since Matthew Hegarty, I mean, he talks about movies every now and then, and it doesn't mean just because this show is called Everything But Movies with Matthew Hegarty doesn't mean movies can't be mentioned. But as you all know, if you know anything about Matthew Hegarty and his what he talks about, mostly it's not about movies. So I thought, well, let's make a show where we can talk to Matthew Hegarty, and he doesn't have to feel bad for not talking about movies, which is what he does all the time when he doesn't talk about movies. He just feels bad, don't you?
Yeah, I feel really bad. I usually have to, I don't.
You got to go
I
to
no,
confession.
I do feel bad because you have a movie channel, and I mean I try to talk about movies the best I can, but like I call them podcast, I guess, but your show, it's a show, right? It's not a podcast because a
I, I
podcast is just two or three, four people who
I've
don't
I've never
interact.
liked I've never liked the term podcast. It's just because it just shows my age. I mean, for me, it's a show. We call it a show.
Well, a show like radio show, a show is people interact. They call in. I hear an echo. I don't know if the listeners hear that.
I don't
Uh,
hear it, so I think we should be good if I don't hear it.
okay. Yeah. So no, a radio show like a regular show is people interact. So you have a chat. I mean, people call in. I mean, I call in, other people call in. So to me, it's a show. It's a internet show, a radio show. A podcast to me is just, and I think this is the real term. No one else is interacting but the people that are talking. As far as I'm aware, there's no like live. I don't know. That's my definition of it. Honestly, I don't. That's just how I see it. Like a podcast is there's no interaction with anyone else. Like it's just whoever's talking.
So, everyone listening, welcome to Everything But Movies with Matthew Hegarty Show.
Yeah, and I have a whole new mic setup. I'm used to just walking and pacing in my shed with just my my phone, and I just have earbuds and a mic usually. So I prefer that because I like to walk around and get my energy out. But now I'm stuck in a chair. I have a fancy mic. I have a boom arm. I have a whole new setup. So if it sucks or there's technical difficulties, I apologize. I think I set it up right, but yeah, I have yeah. Hopefully
I,
it sounds good.
I think it'll be just fine. And as we talked about before we officially started the recording, I think you're actually going to sound better than me, which is kind of shitty. But since you do most of the talking, I guess that's only appropriate.
Yeah, I mean your mic sounds good. I just bought like a really expensive. It's 100. I mean, I spent a lot of money on this, so I would hope it sounds a little better. But like I said, I think Skype reduces the quality of the audio anyway, so I don't think it'll really matter that much. Which is, I guess I know now for future, reference that this is overkill because you're not even gonna be able to hear anyway. Yeah, but this is the first time I do sound better because I was used to using my wired earbuds, and then you would usually record me through your speaker to so
Yeah, when we did our Halloween Ends discussion, that was the first time we actually used the record feature on Skype. So we both sounded like we're pretty much, in the same room. So
that was pretty decent. Yeah, because my mic wasn't that bad. It's not a bad mic. It's not like obviously a big fancy condenser mic like I'm using now, but really it's really fine. I've used it on videos before. It's yeah, but anyway. So are
well,
you gonna post that photo of the eight I think seven leaf blowers? I don't.
well, yeah. So obviously, this video or this audio will go up at a later point, and the thumbnail will be that photo. And we should also, since you just brought it up, we might as well mention that we talked about a week ago about doing this show, or I'm going to call it a show, Everything But Movies with Matthew Hegarty, episode one, and basically you just sent me an image just today, or I think you just sent it today, of a photo that you took out of the, I would imagine, shed window of the neighbors with, well, how many is it? 7 or 8
I
guys
I
with
didn't
leaf
even count.
blowers?
I didn't even count it. It was
I
over
think
6. It was at
I
least it's just
I
at
think
least
I
7.
counted 7, but there might have been 4 legs on one guy. So we might be talking 8
Yeah.
guys with leaf blowers all blowing at the same time. Unbelievable. I actually laughed out loud. It was a really loud laugh. I couldn't believe it.
Well, they did it. They did it in the wintertime a few times. And well, what are they blowing on one of the first days of spring? Nothing. If you see the photo, they're not blowing anything, and they're making it's I don't know. It's funny, but it's not because it's so insane. I don't because you got to imagine how much that costs to do as well. Like that costs money. Someone's paying them. There's gas involved. Time. So
I mean, yeah, we're talking 7 or 8 employees, each with a, backpack leaf blower, each with the gas in it. I mean, all this expense for what? Yeah, I don't know if anyone listening knows or not, but Haggerty and I share the same viewpoint on leaf blowers. We contend they're one of the most pathetic and ridiculous inventions ever made, and we kind of dread the time of year, where people use leaf blowers, and where he is over. Well, it sounds like they've been using them all winter, but now that it's officially quote unquote spring in the East Coast, now they're really blowing. Luckily, I mean, I guess the one good thing about the fact that we're still buried in several inches of snow here is there's no leaf blowers here yet.
yeah, it's yeah, you're lucky. Do you? I don't think you get as many leaf blowers as I do. I mean, I could be wrong, but I live in like, oh my god, where there's more
I,
money, there's more leaf blowers in this country.
yeah, so Matt lives in an affluent neighborhood, as we can tell, and yeah. So it's up to you, but if you wanted to share, like, what is the guy who's paying for 7 or 8 leaf blowers at once? I mean, is he some kind of retired rich guy or some senator, or what the hell do we got going on?
Uh, yeah, not really sure. It's kind of a mystery. It makes me wonder. It makes anyone wonder, like, where are you getting this money? I don't know. Now he owns the business. He owns the business. So as far as
Oh, he owns the leaf blowing business.
or the landscaping business, yeah,
Oh, so he
yeah.
probably just tells his help, if you want to keep your job, you better blow my yard every day with all 8 of
Yeah.
you at once. Otherwise, otherwise you're going to unemployment line. So he probably doesn't even, if he owns them, he probably don't even pay for what they do.
He owns some. I mean, sure, yeah. They're not from this country. He gets them. They're immigrants. So yeah, I
Well,
don't.
that's America for you, land of opportunity.
Yeah, gotta blow those. There's no leaves. They're not blowing leaves. So I don't know.
I,
Again,
I know Matt was just gonna say, got to blow those leaves, but if you look at the picture, there's no leaves in the picture.
yeah, there's no leaves. There's not
So
even
so
grass that's alive. It's still dead.
so they're like blowing air. They're blowing the air off the lawn.
Yeah, I feel like 50 years ago, it's something you would have thought like you would have thought that the person was insane. You would have been like, did this person just leave the mental hospital? Like they just get out of psychiatric leave? What are they doing? But no, this is actually normal. This is not. I've seen other people do this. This is like I think it's a new trend where they blow nothing in the wintertime, and then I guess now in the early spring it's just year round blowing grass. I mean, I guess you just I don't. It hurts my brain even thinking about it. But so
Yeah,
yeah,
back in, 10, 15 years ago, we were lucky, because we only had to deal with the leaf blowers in the fall, but now it's becoming a year-long treat.
yeah, year long treat. Yep. I guess you don't have to deal with it year round because you have so much snow, like you said. So there's like they'll be blowing snow soon before you know it.
Well, yeah, snow blowers aren't luckily as loud as leaf blowers, so
For now,
for now.
they'll uh they'll fix that soon. Ah, man. No, I'm saying they'll be using leaf blowers on the snow. That's what I meant.
Oh, they'll be blowing snow with leaf blowers.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
that'd be bad.
Yeah. Well, it's coming. It's coming. I mean, if I told you this was happening 10 years ago, you wouldn't have believed me. You thought I was joking. But anyway, um, Yeah, that was my morning. Yeah, I'm happy. But on a side note, I like this microphone. I like this setup. Hopefully, it sounds pretty good. I don't know. Get
Well,
used
like
to
I
it.
said before, I think you sound better than me, so congratulations.
Yeah, I gotta send you a mic now. Wait, you have a good mic though. So I don't know. Well, you have the Razor, right? Razor something like a
Razor
Razor.
something, yeah. But as you said before we started recording, you've got some big, huge, fancy thing you're plugging a microphone into, some kind of
Interface, yeah, it's an audio.
you've got a interface.
Yeah, it's an audio. Yeah, your mic has an interface built into it, which can sound good, but the ideal thing is that you have to have your own interface and yada yada. So I bought a Focusrite Scarlett. If anyone knows about interfaces, they're one of the most popular ones. And then I got a Audio Technica 2035 microphone, condenser microphone. So I because I was going to use this for music making and stuff, or recording my guitar or whatever voice. So I was like, you know what? Because I was killing myself trying to find like the best budget microphone. And a lot of the $50 microphones, FYI, sound really good. Like especially ones that plug into an interface, they sound pretty much as good as this. I mean, you really have to nitpick. But the only thing that kind of drove me nuts about them, when you're doing them for singing, they're fine, but they're a little bit more noisy. There's a little bit more like white noise with the cheaper ones. Like the more expensive ones, they're a lot quieter of a microphone because you have to power this microphone, and then when you power it, it makes some noise inherently. But this one is quieter. Well, probably, hopefully, it was supposed to be quieter than the cheaper ones. That was like the main issue with the cheaper ones, and it was like, yeah, it's fine for singing because you're so much louder than the mic. But when you're talking like I am, and you want to like whisper, you can start to sort of hear the noise a little bit. It's not Again, it's kind of nitpicky. For most people, it's fine. But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna spend the extra. I mean, $50. I don't know. Yeah, it was like 50, $60 extra. I was like, whatever. I'm gonna keep it forever as long as I can. So I don't
You're
know.
gonna keep it forever, and also I don't know if you want to share or not, but you've also, from what I understand, have some kind of a boom arm situation going on there. You're really getting in.
Yeah. Well, the boom arm was $18, and I don't know how good it is. It's holding up. For all I know, I don't know. Yeah, I got it off Amazon for $18. It's a cheap one, but I'm still messing with it as we speak, actually, because this is my first time using this boom arm, so I don't know what to expect. But yeah,
And for the record, you didn't buy all this equipment for everything but movies with Matthew Heagerty. You bought it for your own whatever
yeah, oh, yeah. No, I bought it.
music,
Yeah,
music recording or
my
whatever.
YouTube
So he just
stuff. Yeah,
happened to be like testing it out on everything but movies with Matthew Heagerty, episode 1.
yeah. This is overkill for what we're doing now. Yeah, I just got the interface today, and you were like, oh, let's do the video thing. I was like, all right, let me hook up the interface I just got today, and I really haven't
Wow.
used this mic. I got this mic like a couple days ago as well, so I tested the microphone, but I didn't really haven't really used it yet. So, and same with this boom arm. Tonight was actually the first time I've used this boom arm, so I'm really like, ugh, this boom
Oh
arm. I
yeah,
really,
that's another thing that people might want to or might not want to hear you talk about. You're used to doing these talks, walking around,
yeah,
pacing, wearing grooves in the floor of the what the hell is it called? The
the shed.
shed. Yeah, yeah. So now you're silently suffering right now as you plumped your buttocks down in a chair in front of this mic, and you're doing the something that's very foreign to you, just sitting on your
Just sit.
ass
Yeah,
versus pacing back and forth.
yeah. I mean, I'm getting used to it. I still prefer pacing back and forth, but it's whatever. I mean, it's gonna sound better. It's gonna be clearer. So it's like I sacrifice so the quality of the sound is better.
Remember when
But yeah.
yeah, remember that one time where like the mic was like rubbing on a zipper or something? That was great.
Yeah, because I was walking around. Yeah, and it was rubbing. Yeah, because I usually just use my headphones that have the mic built in, like earbuds, just earbuds with the mic, and it was rubbing up against the my jacket as I was walking. So yeah, now it's yep, yep. Now yeah, this is a yeah. So anyway, so what's been new with you? Just suffering through the winter, or
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. This is arguably one of the most long and just disaster winters that I've ever had to experience that I can remember in recent times in Minnesota, and it just never seems to stop. And it's even though it's almost approaching April here, the end of March, and officially spring on the old calendar. It's like there's no, I mean, there's not, I mean, I guess the average temperature is a little higher, but I mean, you barely climb, above freezing and you go back down under freezing every night. I mean, when's the snow going to melt? I'm really starting to crack up.
Yeah, yeah, I can't. It's been the opposite here. We haven't really had a winter. It has it's I think it had like I think I've had like a frosting, which is again the most been super warm and it's just unusually warm, and I won't get into why, right? Who knows, right? But yeah, it's been the exact opposite. And we usually have pretty cold winters, not as cold as you, but like I said, it usually snows a couple times a year. We at least get sometimes a foot of snow. Uh, yeah, usually we have a couple snowstorms, 6 inches, 8 inches, a foot, maybe more. And now, yeah, you know,
So you
nope.
basically had like no snow this winter?
No, yeah, just basically a dusting. Yeah, is
Oh
about
man.
yeah, but it doesn't feel natural. Whatever we've had it's not normal. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's true. You might have one end of the non-normal spectrum and I might have the other end of it.
Yeah, I think so. I think something's going on. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Ugh. So yeah, so you did. I missed the Beth show. Are you gonna do another Beth show before?
Yeah, we don't know what the hell's going on with that. The last one we did, I mean, it currently doesn't have that many listens to it, and we don't know if the interest is waning on the Nate and Beth show. We don't know what the hell the plan is. Possibly might skip it in March just because we're just so winter fatigued and stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I thought, well, we could do this everything, but movies with Matthew Heagerty. Episode 1, because I'm not sure when the hell Nate and Beth show is going to happen, but I imagine it'll happen at some point. But I'm not the only one who's in a funk, sick of winter. Beth is as well. So we're kind of just, you know,
Yeah,
we're
just
just
suffering.
suffering cabin fever. I mean, what month are we on now? Like
Almost April.
yeah, 5 months of cold and cabin fever, and oh my God.
Has it been like one of the worst winters that you can recall, or?
Yeah, winters used to be worse in the 80s. Yeah, this kind of reminds you of an 80s winter that just never stopped. Yeah, so I mean, this is more typical for 80s, not so much the 21st century. And I was yeah, this is long story not as long. This is a one of the worst ones that I can remember. Like usually, I mean, in 2020 and 2021, like by this time, normally they're back in those years, the snow was gone off the ground. It was the
Yeah.
ground was clear. We still got maybe a foot, 2 feet of snow in spots. It's just like
Wow. Wow.
it's really demoralizing. And then when it's like barely gets above freezing during the day, and then below freezing at night, it's like you almost kind of like want to pull your hair out and go, how's the snow ever gonna melt?
It's not gonna melt now. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh man. Have you seen any new movies at all? Or oh man,
Hey,
no, not talk,
this
no
is
talk about
everything but movies.
oh, I know, but they're a big part of your life. I don't know. I figure you don't want to talk about movies at all. Any movies?
No, I'm just
Yeah.
giving you shit. I'm trying to think of the last movie we saw in the theater was probably Avatar 2, which
Oh yeah. Jeez.
was more or
Yeah.
less the first film just rehashed. So,
Right.
or the first movie, I should say. They don't shoot them on film, but the first movie just rehashed. And I was actually hoping it was gonna, uh, perform poorly at the box office. So I'm kind of pissed that it, you know, what did, I guess, supposedly did good or whatever. That kind of bugs me because it's like, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're gonna make another one. Wasn't that the plan? Like if it performed well, they're gonna go with I don't know, like 8 of them. How many are they making? I don't even, I honestly I
I
don't
think
even care. To be honest, I don't even want to know the answer. I don't
I
care.
think it's yeah, I think it's 5 total.
How many of these movies are they gonna make? It's the same. Ah, God, I don't know.
The funny thing is, yeah, so let me just talk about this briefly. The thing about I've read a little bit about their plan for like the next one or two of them. So the first one is, as we all know, the tree people, the tree and sky people. So the second one is the water people. So like the third one's going to be, I can't remember, they're going to meet a whole nother race of aliens on the same planet. I think I want to say it's something like the ash people, like as in like ASH, like I don't know what the ash people do if they live in ash. I don't know, but it seems like so every maybe the first 3 or 4 movies they're introducing all these different races from this same planet, and like the last 2 movies are going to just be maybe a 2-part big battle. Who the hell knows? All I know is if you're going to keep introducing these new races, it's kind of like the same movie over and over, except maybe the race is just a little bit different and they're a little bit different color. Because I don't know if you know, but the water people are more on the greenish side than bluish. So it's like, ooh, of course there got to be different colors.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know. I watched the first one when it came out. Didn't really care. It was yeah. I didn't really care much for it, and have no interest in the second one. So yeah. Uh oh man. There's a movie I was thinking about one day ask you about, but I rolled off the top of my head. It'll come to me.
Well,
Uh
yeah, if you think of it, you can interrupt me at any time and ask me. But it's funny. I don't know if you saw, but Beth and I, well, we saw Megan for free on Peacock, or well, I should say no additional cost because Peacock's not free. But we saw Megan. I did a review of Megan, and then Beth and I did a review of Megan. And I think people thought that our Beth and I's review of Megan was like the movie or something, because that for this channel, that recording or that audio, that review really got a lot of views. Like within a week it was like up to 1,600.
Whoa.
So yeah,
Really?
I'm thinking people thought it was the movie, even though
Wow.
the run, which would be stupid because the running time on it is only like 26 minutes, but the thumbnail I used is like the poster, so they were probably thinking it was the movie. But that was interesting seeing getting actual clicks for once.
Yeah, it must have. Yeah, you something. Yeah, you outsmarted the algorithm. Did you get a lot of comments or on it?
No, but believe it or not, there were like 12 likes, so that was
Oh,
that
okay.
was a kind of a record for this channel. Not a lot of
Wow.
comments. I think someone just said hi there or some crap, like a bot or something.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the internet's yeah, you know if it's real people. I mean, it's probably not actually probably not a real person half the time. I might not even be real. How do you know this isn't um just a bot? I could have been all CGI and yeah, I could not be real.
You could be AI, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what is? Oh, well, I hate using that word AI because I feel like it's just one of those, those boogeyman words in a way, because it makes it sound a lot more. Oh, it's sentient. It's this. It's that. No, it's just a program. It's just a program with a
Oh,
lot more
okay.
variables and just a more complex program. It's not. I don't know. Um,
Well, I hope you think of that movie you were thinking of.
I'm probably not. I don't. Oh man.
Well, that'll be nice. Well, let me put the question back on you. What the hell's the last movie you saw that was any good, or maybe there's
Oh
one
my
to bitch
god.
about?
Oh, let me think here. Uh, well, I played the new Halo game. That was the last. That was like the last. I mean, not really a movie, but the new Halo Infinite. I mean, I think it came out like over a year ago, but I thought that was. I don't. You're not really into the newer games, but that was all right. It got a lot of flack, but I enjoyed it. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I liked it. But movie, I don't. God, I don't know. There's no good movies, and I'm not a big fan of rewatching the same movie all the time. So I haven't. Ooh. Oh, you know what? I tried watching a movie and I just turned it off. What was it recently? Oh, it was Scream 5. I tried watching Scream 5 and I was like, no, this is terrible. So I just turned it off. I think I got like 15 minutes, maybe 15 minutes into it,
Oh, okay.
and I was just like, nope, I'm good. Did you see Scream 5?
Yeah, I didn't hate it, but that's okay.
What didn't you hate about it?
What didn't I hate about it? Yeah, I haven't seen it since for like a year, so I can't remember, but I know I didn't hate it. See, the thing is, I wasn't a big fan of the fourth one, and
Mm,
I
mm.
actually I prefer the fifth one over the fourth one.
I mean, I'll be real. I mean, I'm always trying to be real, but it might be part of me. I'm not a huge Scream fan. I mean, the first one was probably the best one, but I don't even know if it was the best one, but I just not a huge Scream fan. So I guess it makes sense I'm not a big fan. I don't like 5 because I don't. I mean, the other movies are watchable. I'll watch them if they're on, but yeah, I'm just not into Scream that much. I don't. Just not my style. I mean, my taste or I don't know. So that's kind of my bias. So I was just hoping maybe Scream 5 was going to be different, and it seemed like because if it was different, I might like it. But if it, it's more, but I mean, which is fine. It's more of the same, and I was like, I don't know. It just felt like the same movie, and it seems like the first one was just a better version of it. So yeah, and it had some stuff. I mean, there was some comments that in the writing, and I was like, yeah, I'm good on this. I think I turned it off because I was already not a fan of it. But I think when the one guy like flexed his muscles or something in the beginning at like the other guy, and the girl was like, "Don't incite violence" or something, and I'm just like, I'm gonna turn it off now because I
Oh,
was like, I don't even want to hear, flexing your muscles like that's whatever she said incite. I was like, I'm good. Yep, exit.
well, don't instigate violence by flexing your muscles. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I'm good. I see what they're trying to do with this, so I'm good. That was just the last straw. I didn't like the movie up to that, and I was like, yeah, that was when I just hit the X. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I remember that vividly. That was when I was like, all right, I'm done with this movie. All right. Let me watch. Let me go watch another movie. But there wasn't any movies to watch, so yeah. What's this title called again? Everything but movies. And as I'm talking about Scream 5, Jesus.
Yeah, Matt can't even stick to the program here. He can't even. So when we're talking about when we're doing other stuff, other radio shows, or if I do a huge
Yeah,
movie fanatics radio, we don't want to talk movies, and then if we start recording
I know.
everything but movies, then it's like, what movies you see, Nate? Oh my God!
Yeah, what'd you see, Nate? Yeah, exactly. I see a spider crawling up my wall. I think it's a spider. Oh, that's great.
If you're
Hold on, let me
lucky,
let me let me kill it. Can you stall? I'm gonna kill the spider.
I can stall and listen to the murder. If he's got one of them really fancy mics, you might not be able to hear anything within a foot of it, so maybe we won't hear the murder. Personally, I just leave spiders be, but he's guess the spider murderer. Yeah, I don't have a problem with spiders. Beth doesn't like spiders. It's funny how certain people don't like certain things. Oh, I see. He muted it. Well, he shouldn't have. He muted his mic. It would have been cool if he would have left it unmuted. We could have heard him maybe chasing the spider
I
around.
I should have. Yeah, you're right. I should have kept it. I should have turned up the mic and just started yelling and hitting the wall for the
Yeah, I don't know
theatrics.
why you muted it, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why either. I just was trying to, because I didn't want to talk over. I don't know. Whatever. I think I
Oh,
killed it. I
you
don't know.
didn't want to talk over me. What's wrong with
If I was
you?
screaming,
Are
if I
you
was
feeling
screaming,
okay?
no, it's. I don't know. I yeah, because I have black walls, so sometimes trying to see a spider. I mean, I could see it when it was in the light, but it's hard to see insects with these black walls. Kind of blend in. But yeah, it's dead, I think. What did you
Okay.
say while I was gone?
Oh, I said I generally leave spiders be, but I guess it
I don't.
depends on.
They're out of
Yeah,
here.
you're a spider killer, and
Yeah, they're out of here.
I'm a spider lover. Oh, baby.
No, nope, I don't like them.
So they creep you out.
No, they don't creep me out. I just think they're evil. They gotta go. Just
Oh, okay. The spiders are evil. All right.
yep. Look at them, man. They're evil.
They are evil. Okay.
Yeah. Any insect that I just looks evil, acts evil, it's gotta go. I don't care. I don't care what they say. Oh, you need spider, and I don't care. It's out. I kill it. If I see a snake, I'd kill a snake instantly too. I don't go after to kill. I don't see snakes, so but if I saw a poisonous snake, I would get rid of it if I saw it. I don't. Okay, I'm good. I'm good on I'm sure nature will find a way. Get rid. That's how I see it. Um, I'd rather have more mice running around than poisonous snakes or poisonous spiders. So, whatever. That's a whole nother rant, but yeah, I kill spiders.
Yeah, maybe for episode 2 he gets more into that killing of innocent
I
evil
don't
animals.
see. I don't think a spider's innocent.
It's not innocent. It's got intentions to crawl down your throat and lay eggs.
It could bite me. It could be poisonous, but its whole mission in life is to devour. And I guess the same thing goes for me, to devour other beings. And I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of any of that. So I don't know. And just look at the thing. It just looks evil. I just out of here. You know.
Yeah, it lives to devour.
Yeah, and it's just the way it goes about it with its web and just it's just evil. If you were an insect that was caught in a spider web, I'm sure you would you would feel much differently.
That's probably true, yeah.
It's a lot easier when you're on the top of the food chain to be like, well, it's just well, I mean, again, to be fair, a spider it can kill you or really hurt you if you get stung, bitten by a really poisonous one. So even you being on the top of the food chain can still get really messed up by one.
Well, I guess that's very true. So where are you standing right now on you? I know that
Oh,
months ago. No. This is a topic. Months ago, you were. I don't know if you want people to know or not. It doesn't really matter. But you had this ongoing, never-ending thing where you were like trying projectors and TV
oh,
projectors,
oh
TVs.
God.
Yeah, you don't even want to be reminded of it.
No, it's fine. No, it's where I stand. I gave up. I went through so many TVs. Okay, so this isn't movies, but this is TVs. This is just all electronics in general. I'm sure anyone who's bought in, not just electronics, really any products, but the past couple of years with all that's been going on, whatever they're doing to cheapen out stuff, to I guess just not even have quality control. I think you are quality. You're the quality control person now. Like they don't pay you, but you're
As
the
a
one that
consumer.
you're the quality control. They would have paid someone before to be like, oh, this product is messed up. No, now that you just have to return it like it's your job now. Because so many things come off the factory line that are going to be messed up, and they're supposed to pay someone to check them. I think that's just one of the things they just cut out, and then obviously they've cheapened out. So anyway, that leads to me trying to get a TV, and maybe I'm being new nitpicky, but every TV the only TV I went through a bunch of TVs. I won't even say how many, and they all had some weird issue. They all did one weird thing that just wasn't that you just have to accept as normal. Um, that like my old TV didn't do. That was an element from like a cheap element from 2016. Or like my parents have a bunch of older Samsungs, which Samsungs are good brands, but I even had well the LG, I did get an LG and I just returned it because actually no that had issues too. That was that had issues hooking up to my computer. Like it wasn't fitting right the size of the screen. Anyway, I won't even get into all the issues, but I just gave up. I gave up. Actually, the projectors were fine. The reason I returned I went through a bunch of TVs and I had like the first projector had, I think like I don't know if I don't think it was a dead pixel. It might have been a dead pixel. It seemed like something was, I don't know what was wrong with it. It was like a white slash in the screen. Not screen, but the projection. I don't think it was a dead pixel. I think something else was wrong with the lens or something. I returned
Well,
that. And then the second projector I had was fine, no dead pixels. I just returned it because I thought I just learned something about projectors, I guess, because I wanted better keystone adjustment, which means the adjustment from being able to tilt the projector at an angle. Like it was very on the cheap projectors, you can only tilt it like a little bit. So that basically means that like I wanted it to be above me, the projector, like in like a normal movie, like it's above you and behind you. But that means it has to like be at more of an angle. And I couldn't do that with this cheap projector because it would really distort. It didn't have enough angle correction, as they call it. You have to spend more money for that, like 500, 600, 400. Those start to do a lot better job at. So for these projectors, you either have, if you look at the cheap projectors, you'll notice people are either sitting next to it, they're sitting behind it, or it is on top of them, but they have to like, again, they can't angle it much. So that means it's basically like sitting in front of it, like in the front seat row of a movie. Like imagine you go to a movie theater and you can only sit in the front row, the side rows. Like you can't sit in the best seat of the house, the middle. That's like basically buying a cheap projector. So if you're cool with sitting on the side or like really like behind the projector, which is probably the best, honestly, probably the best place is just sitting behind it, like sitting it lower and then that. But I don't know. It's whatever. I'm going on a ramble, but that is why. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just gave up. I just was like, I don't even care anymore. But I think the projectors were, the second projector I got was fine. I just wanted more Keystone. I didn't want to spend the money. Does that make sense?
It does. So did you return the second projector?
Yeah, yeah. Does your projector have really good adjustment? I mean, you would know better than me. You have does your projector have like good adjustment for the up and down, the keystone as they call it, or
Well, we've always just put it on this box that's like, I don't know what it is, 2 feet off the ground. So, and
do you, do you sit behind it then, or do you sit to the side? Like how
yeah,
do you?
depending on how many people are watching, I've been known to sit behind it and or to the side of it.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Like I wanted ideally like how a movie theater would be like it's above you and a little behind or whatever. Like well, but you need to have more adjustment in the angle for that, and you're not getting that with the cheap ones. So again, look at pictures on Amazon. No one is sitting in that. If they are doing it, that means again they have to look. That means that the image is going to be like really high above, and they have to look up like you're sitting in the front row of a movie theater. Like they can't angle it down more, so your head's not. I don't know. It's whatever. I still may end up getting one. We'll see. I don't know. I just stopped caring.
you just gave up after a while. It just became a headache.
Yeah, returning projector's easy. Returning a TV is not. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not hard, but it's not fun having to pack it up and oh god. Yeah, it sucks. So yep, yeah. So I gave up. I'm just sticking with my 32-inch. Well, I have a Samsung now that my sister gave me her 32-inch Samsung, so I've just been using that. She gave it to me like a couple of years ago, but I gave up. I was buying 43-inch TVs. That's what I was trying to get, but it just wasn't working out. So yeah, the quality of everything's trash now. I'm lucky that this microphone works and this audio interface. It'd be funny if the audio interface wasn't working and like we we go to you go to like see the recording and it's like glitching and making weird noise. It's like the whole time.
Oh,
That would be really funny though.
that would be funny. Let's hope that's what's happening.
Oh, yeah. Well, that means I mean, it's probably. I don't know if you'd still put it up. I guess it depends on how bad it is.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I just had a comment from Gary Page today, and he asked about the drive-in. I don't know if Gary Page is going to be listening to this, but I'll respond to his comment as well. He'll get the info one way or another. But just in case anyone else interested might be listening to this, I'll just do a drive-in update. Basically, there's no update yet. I mean, obviously, it's with still it's pretty much winter here. There's no word of, generally in the old days, they'd start hiring in April and maybe open in April or whatever. But the website's still up, just no, I mean, as you can understand why there isn't any, even if they do plan to open up, you can understand why there's no word on it yet because it's still pretty much winter. But Just for anyone out there, Gary or anyone else, I know other people have asked over the months about the drive-in situation and whether it's going to be going out of business or possibly opening again. Yeah, we still don't know. And when I learn something, I'll maybe stop by to let people know what the hell's going on with it.
Yeah, I would say it's probably not opening.
If I
I'd
had to make a
guess.
guess, it's probably done, I would imagine.
Yeah, yeah. I've had a lot of businesses close down near me in the past couple of years, and they're not coming back. It's the it's I don't know what you'd want to call it, but it's
It's
not
it's
good.
it's the way it goes.
Yeah, it's just the way it goes. Yeah, that's just the way it goes. So it's the end of March. What are your plans this summer? Just biking or more
Probably
biking?
same old, yes, same old, assuming the snow ever and the ice ever melts away. Get on the old bike and be continuously frustrated at the growing number of people with blinding LED lights that they feel they have to have on their bike in the middle of the sunny day in the middle of the woods on a trail where there's no cars that could possibly hit them or anything.
Yeah, that's just like the leaf blowers. It's like they're all the same insane trends that just drive you crazy. There's more leaf blowers. There's more mowing your lawn in January or December. I have a picture of that too. There's more LED lights everywhere. Like you said, on a bike trail. I've noticed the past year people that I mean there are cars that now for some stupid reason that keep the headlights on all the time. There are a couple manufacturers that just keep the headlights on no matter if it's the again, which is like that alone, the fact that it comes from the factory with your headlights on all the time is just okay. Like just regular daytime running lights is no, just keep your real headlights on. Anyway, but there are a lot of cars that don't have that feature because they're older or it's kind of more of a new car feature. And no, a lot of people just turn their headlights on now in the middle of the day. Like sunny day. Like that's another thing I've noticed. I don't know if you've noticed that driving near you.
Oh God, yeah, I don't know if I'd paid attention. So you're saying people with old cars that don't
Yeah,
have
just turn their
auto,
headlights on. Yeah, they just turn their
they'll
headlights on.
they'll 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 willingly turn them on. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're turning as the generations and decades wear on, they're turning people more and more into just like safety, safety, safety,
But it's
safety.
like the
Like,
opposite. Like blinding someone, distracting and blinding someone in the middle of the day is the opposite of safety. But
well, yeah, because when these people on the bike trail are coming towards me with their blinding lights, guess what? I'm not even looking at them. I'm looking down at the
mhm,
ground, which is I'm
yeah.
more likely to run into them.
Yep. Which was the whole thing with a normal LED headlight that I've bitched about on this channel. Like it's so bright that it's more dangerous to anyone else driving past you because you have to look away. You have to squint. It's
you,
just like it's like oh yeah.
you got to look away as they approach you and hope to heck that they go by and not into you.
Yeah. Yeah. God. Yeah, I'm assuming you didn't get the yellow glasses. They do help a lot. It's mainly the blue light that is the big killer. It's that
Yeah,
ultra blue light that's just in your face.
I appreciate the suggestion. I'm just too much of a lazy bum to do it. But who knows? Maybe if the stuff,
It's
if
so bad.
yeah, if it gets so bad, maybe I will.
Yeah. They're like you get a pair for like $10 on Amazon. Um, yeah. They help a lot. I wear them when I drive now at night, just because of all these. I don't know.
Where do you drive at night? Just out for rides?
Well, if I do go out at night, yeah. I don't. Well, if I have to drive at night, I'll put them on because I got so tired of being blind. And I drive, the Miata, so it's really low to the ground, so it makes it even worse. But yeah, so um, yep, just another part of it's like now that I'm thinking about it, it's like all right, these headlights, these leaf blowers. I know you love it when people have their big microphone right in front of their face in a video. That's another lovely trend. I mean, we could be here for days for things that you're just like, what is not going through these people's heads? Like, what's in their head? You know? It's oh God, I don't know.
A bunch of evil spiders.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Did you watch the video about the guy? I laughed, but I sent you the link of the guy talking about why do people put microphones in front of their face on a YouTube video?
Yeah, I got to confess, I didn't watch the whole thing, but
Yeah, it
I
was
got the
funny.
gist of it. Yeah, I was too lazy to watch it.
Oh man, it's all right. It's funny. Is there any new movies that are coming out that you're looking forward to? I feel like there's
Nothing that I can really think of. What the hell were you just gonna say something? There's something that
I feel like there's something that's coming out this year that's the
yeah,
it's come
I can't even remember. There might be stuff that I have. I think if memory serves, there's stuff that I have, some kind of half-ass interest in, but I mean, I can't even remember what it is.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's just yeah. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna Google right now what's coming out.
Well, there you go.
Sorry, you might hear my keyboard clips. I got them.
Oh my God, I better
God
not.
forbid. Probably did. Deadpool 3. That what comes out next year. I could care less about that. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing. Yep. What is this? Yeah, Deadpool. I don't know. Rebel. Oh, Joker. Is there a new Joker movie coming out?
Oh,
Oh, that's
sounds like.
next year. That's next year.
Well, what
Oh,
did you say?
Super Mario Brothers. That might be okay. I don't know.
Oh, that looked horrible. It's like some cartoon.
Yeah, yeah, it's a cartoon. Oh gosh. Oh, Captain America. There's a new one coming out next year. It's called the. I don't even want to say the name of it. Everyone knows the name of it. Have you seen the name of the new Captain America movie?
No, and I guess I'm not gonna learn it until I look it up, but yeah, okay.
It's something. It's New World something. I won't say the rest. You already know
Oh,
what it is.
Jesus. Okay,
That's
I
the name
think
of
I
the
know.
movie. That's the name of the movie.
Jesus.
What's that about? What's going on with that? Um.
I don't know.
Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, it's easy to not talk about movies because I look at what's coming out and I'm like, yeah, nope. You might have to change your channel. You might have to. What would you change your channel to? If movies.
Oh, I won't because there's so many movies from like the 20th century when they were good that you can spend the rest of your life watching movies from the old days.
Yeah, it's true. Which I guess that's your plan, right?
That's absolutely my plan. Yep, just you know me, I have no problem rewatching movies I love, but I'm also always discovering older movies as well. So life's good when it comes to that anyway.
Yeah, yeah. How often do you watch your projector? Do you still kind of not watch it as much, or?
Yeah, not crazy often. I mean, it's it requires a little bit of effort to set up, and not crazy often. I mean, I could probably go a month without, I'd say if average maybe once every 2 months.
Wow. Do you and who? What kind of stereo do you have? You have a surround. Who makes it? You have a. You said you have a pretty decent.
Yeah, oh yeah, I got a great sound. I got a Sony,
Oh, Sony. Wow.
Sony receiver from 2001 that's
Yeah.
still rocking.
You have Sony speakers as well, or?
Yeah, so the four, the two right and left front and right and left rear are all Sony, and I just have a cheaper center speaker.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have a cheaper center speaker. Arguably the most important speaker.
It's still a good speaker
Oh, it's
though.
still good. Yeah.
It came with a little shelf system I got actually 30 years ago this year. I think the brand is I don't know if it's Iowa AWIA or something. I don't think they make them anymore, but the speakers it came with they're good. So
Is that the same brand for the rear speakers that you use? Like, is that all the same? Is the center the same
no,
brand as the rear?
everything else is Sony, as I already mentioned.
Oh, okay.
The
Sorry.
right and left front and the right and left rear are all really big Sony floor speakers.
Do you listen to music through that system?
No, I used to, not so much anymore. It is good to listen to music through it, but I don't anymore.
And I know you're not a subwoofer guy. You said, yeah, I would I would agree with you about the subwoofer for music. For most music, it's overkill, and yeah, it's like too much bass. It's you don't. But for a movie, I don't know if I agree with that, because movies have those real big explosions and that real low frequency that even music doesn't really get down to, and you need a really big speaker to really capture it and power it. That's why I don't think a subwoofer is a gimmick at
Yeah, but
all.
I got really big speakers.
How big are they?
Well, like I said, the right and
Size,
left,
the
the
size of the speaker, like the size of the
yeah, I mean they're floor speakers that are like I don't know if they're four at least maybe 4 feet tall.
No, but like the size of the actual speaker. Do you know like the actual dimensions of the speaker itself that's in them?
No, I don't. They sound great.
Well, I was saying, like, to pick up really low frequencies, you need a big, like a really big speaker, and a lot of power, and just a little speaker's just not gonna, they're not even gonna pick up certain frequencies. They're too small, or they're gonna be very weak doing it. So like to get that like shattering, like the explode, like boom, 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 like shaking the house, you need a big subwoofer, and the size of the speaker counts too. Like like, and I don't know. There's so many. There's a whole science behind it, and it's I don't know. I don't think people realize how complicated sound design is. It's really
Oh
not
yeah,
like it's not something that's like just to make.
absolutely.
Sorry, what?
Well, what I was gonna say is, yeah, it's a shame how much work goes into like soundtracks now and movies, and the multiple, the discrete channels and
Yeah,
all
it's
that. And
insane.
most people don't even have the home equipment to even hear it at its full potential. So that's a shame.
Yeah, like cause 5.1 is old. Like 5.1 isn't even full, but like I don't even have the like cause now it's like I don't even know how many channels it is. They have the ceiling now, and it's like 12 channels, Adobe, whatever. It's like got the ceiling, it's doing stuff in the ceiling. It's just yeah, it's crazy. Um
Yeah, I don't even know how many channels Dolby Atmos is.
yeah, and then what else does it do? And just yeah, the amount of editing you have to do to like get that surround, and then they have to record it and mix it and get it all. Like that's a lot of work that people just Oh, I just
Yeah,
watch it on my phone.
people have no idea how much effort goes into the sound.
Even even when you make a song, like obviously a lot of work goes into making not every song, but like a good quality. So I mean, I'm talking now through this mic because I wanted good quality, but the amount of effort to make a good quality sound song is just like like all the experience and all the time and effort. And it's a lot easier now than it ever was because of computers and how fast they are and all the interfaces. But you still have to know what you're doing. There's still like, how many YouTube videos have you watched? It's like they have a nice microphone, but somehow the audio quality is terrible. You know, you've seen that before, right? Like someone has a nice mic, and you're like, why does it sound so crappy? Because they like mess something up.
What do you mean? They're just talking, you mean?
Well, like, have you ever seen like it's like, oh yeah, I'm listening to one crappy with nice mic with a crappy audio quality right now. No, like, have you ever seen a video where like someone has like a nice microphone, like they have clearly an expensive mic, but it doesn't sound good because they're either they're talking too loud and it's distorting the mic, or it's too far away, the room's echo. You know what I mean?
I guess it's possible I've seen that, but I'm generally not
I
that picky. I think you're a lot more picky than I am.
No, I'm fine with crappier audio, but it's just funny when someone has a nice microphone and they're not using it right at all. I've seen people talking to the wrong side of the microphone. Like when like these condenser mics, like they don't. There's no like set. It usually there's a mark that you have to talk into a certain direction because it doesn't pick up. A lot of them don't pick up sound all the way around. So people will talk to the back of the microphone. I've seen that plenty of times. I was watching microphone reviews and I was cracking up. Some girl was recording her singing through a microphone. So she had her phone, right? And I'm like, why does it? She's supposed to be like showing the microphone, but it sounded like she was recording through her phone. And she wasn't even recording the microphone as she was doing a test on the microphone. And like the comments were like, you don't have the microphone plugged in. That was really funny. That cracked me up.
Well, that brought some joy into Matthew's life.
No, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna watch this microphone test. Cool. And it's just like, why does she not know she's recording through her phone right now and not the microphone? Because that's what it was. Because she's singing right up on the mic, right? You know, like you hear my voice now, it sounds like I'm talking right into a microphone. And she's clearly, the cell phone is clearly the mic that was actually being used and not the one she was trying to test out.
That's beautiful.
But I digress. But it's just a lot of work that goes into, like you said, sound in general. And people usually listen to music now on their phone, like not even with headphones. Like they just listen to it on their phone speakers. And I'm like, I don't think you like music. Like when people tell me, oh, I listen to music while my speaker's on my phone, I'm like, I don't think you really like music, because I would never do that. Like it's not even worth listening to. You know, oh, you're a snob. It's like, well, I don't know. Maybe these people just don't like music. Like, how could you? I don't know. You're just missing out like half the song. It's just, one, it sounds bad, and you're missing out like half the frequencies. And I don't know. It's like you could just plug in headphones that are like $10 and have really good audio quality. But I don't know. Again, I don't think these people actually like. That's another theory of mine. I don't think most people actually like anything. I think they just do what everyone else does. I mean, that's obviously it's cliche, but it's like I didn't realize how bad it was. I'm like, I really don't think people actually even like music or movies. I think they just like it because, oh, everyone else likes it. You're told to like it, and you should watch this and listen. What do you think about that? Because I'm like,
No,
sorry.
that's absolutely the way it is, and it took me a while to figure that out on my own. But yeah, because I mean, I'd like to call myself a true movie aficionado and stuff, more so of stuff from the 20th century. And when you talk to people and about movies and stuff, and that you realize that I mean, they really don't. Or it's like if you go to someone's house and they have just the DVD shelf with just the staples stuff, like
Yeah.
whatever, Titanic, just the same kind of shit that you find at Goodwill or thrift stores and shit. Will Ferrell movies, Elf, Titanic, whatever
Yep.
else,
Yep.
romantic comedy. These people aren't
Mm-hmm.
fans of movies. They're just fans of whatever the hell they call that shit. But no, I agree. It's more like people just, watching and or listening to what everyone else is watching
Yeah.
and or listening to.
Yeah, it's really, yeah, because it was like for the longest time I'd see people watching movies on their phone, listening to music on their phones, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? And it just hit me one day, like, no, they don't actually like. They do it just because it's trendy. It's like they have to do it. They're not really enjoying it the same way. Again, I can't really prove this because I'm not living in their body, but it just seems that way.
No, I'd agree. And the thing, as a big movie fan, that really irks me is when people just like turn a movie on and like have it in the background and like
Hmm.
look up at it every now and then.
Yeah,
It's like, oh my God, so much depending on the movie, so much effort went into doing this, and it's background noise and you glance up at it every now and then. I mean, what an insult.
yeah, no, I agree. I mean, it's the same, like, take a nice car and someone doesn't say you have a nice car. Someone doesn't even wash the car. They treat it like crap. They don't maintain it. It's like the same, like how much work went into making and designing and building that car for someone to just, whatever, whatever. I'm not materialistic. It's like, well, I don't know. No, you're just an asshole. That's what you are. You're not taking care of, give it to someone that would actually take care of that or appreciate it or whatever. Yeah, but like I said, it's just, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like, but on a side note, I feel like I'm on a radio show. I got I got the monitor, I got the headphones on, I got the boom mic. It's like I feel like I'm in a It feels more professional, even though, than me walking around.
Yeah, you've got the headphones on listening to yourself. All
Yeah, I
right.
got it monitored. Yeah, yeah. I'm not really hearing myself that much. Like I don't actually hear myself. It's like it's, if I turn it off, I can notice it's off, but I don't actually, I guess you think I'm hearing myself. It's more like, it sounds like when I'm talking, like my voice is a little bit louder. That makes sense. Like if you were to talk, it sounds like your voice is a little bit louder. Or if you were to talk into a microphone and you set the speaker just a little bit loud, that's like kind of what it sounds like. Sounds a little bit louder. If I turn it off, all I'm hearing is, I'm not hearing my voice amplified, but it's not. Yeah, it's either way. It all adds up to being like, this show's gonna be reached out to millions of people. I got the boom mic now, and a whole 10 people are gonna watch it. I don't know. Watch like this get 1,000 views or something. That'd be funny.
Well, yeah, now that you got all that stuff, I mean, I know that you're not big on making stuff anymore, but it would be funny for you to do like a parody with the mic completely covering everything and like you wearing the headphones and just doing a stupid parody of people on YouTube, but you won't.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Um, I don't know. I mean, I got the mic because I wanted it mainly for music, and I have and if I have to do a voiceover for a video, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're
I'd use
not
it for
doing
that too.
videos.
Oh, well, never say never. I
Oh,
have
so
to,
like if you ever want to do a video and do a
yeah.
voiceover, then you've got the equipment. I
Oh,
see.
I overkill. Yeah, I've got overkill, obviously, for that. Well, right now I'm using it. Look, I'm using it right now. It's going to, so I'm
That's
using it right
that's
now.
true. You bought it, and as soon as you got it, I suggested doing this. So I
Sixth
guess it
Sense.
it, it brought you something to use it for. But so when you talk about doing music, is this music that you like just might hypothetical do, or stuff that you're working on, or what are we
Oh, it's
talking?
something I'm not working on. I always have things I'm working on. I have probably 1,000 recordings of just me playing and stuff. Just riffs I wrote, and so there's a lot. There's always I'm always working on something, but obviously working on it, just riffing it versus actually getting down and writing the song and fleshing it out and recording it is a whole nother ball game. It's a lot more work. Yeah, no, it's not hypothetical. It'll be used in the future when I want vocals on a song, or if I want to mic my guitar, because I have an acoustic guitar. Acoustic guitars sound a lot better when you use like a real microphone. Like instead of you, I have it's an electric acoustic, so you can plug it in, but it just doesn't sound as good as just miking the acoustic guitar. Like it has a much nicer, fuller sound, and the kind of, it sounds okay when you plug them in, but they're really meant for like, plug them in is meant for like, I don't know, when you can't mic them and you're playing it live, you just want to. It's for convenience. It's not. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I noticed it, but if you say so, that's I
Well,
understand.
most, I would say majority, if not almost majority of, if you hear an acoustic guitar on an album, good chance it was mic'd. It wasn't plugged in. They put a mic to it and they played, because that's that it sounds the best that way.
Yeah, okay,
If you
that
watch
makes
it,
sense.
if you watch them live and you saw a cable going into the acoustic guitar, most of the time that's what you see. They don't mic them live as much. It's usually because it's a lot easier just to plug it in. You can move it around. You know what I mean? But it doesn't sound quite as good. So.
Do you have to buy a special acoustic guitar with the plug-in thing?
Hmm. Yeah, most acoustic guitars you can plug in now. It's because it's easy to, yeah. It's not really that special. It's just they put a pickup in there, a cheap pickup, and you can
So
just
is it a
plug it in.
little it's a little mic in there?
Yeah, basically like a, like a little, like a little mic. It's, you've seen electric guitars, right? Like how they have the big pickup.
Yeah.
It's like that. I don't know what they actually look like. I mean, they're not the same exact pickup as you'd put in an electric guitar, but yeah, it's the same. It's not that expensive to do. That's why most guitars do it. It's yeah, most acoustics you can actually plug in. Most of the time they're not. They're not just acoustic only.
Well, what do you know? And that probably became more common in the old 21st century,
Yeah.
or
Yeah, yeah, of course, yeah, because it was back then it was more expensive to do, but now it's cheap enough that why wouldn't you? It doesn't take away from the sound of it, really. If you just want to play it acoustically, it doesn't take away. It's just a nice feature to have. You need to plug it in, so um, doesn't mean you have to, but it's there if you need it. So, um, but it doesn't sound as good. Some people would disagree that it has a different sound because you're like picking up because it's a mic, but you're picking it's like in the body of the guitar, so it has a different sound versus you have a nice big mic in front of the acoustic and you're picking up like I don't know, it's like more what you actually hear when you mic the acoustic. It's actually kind of what you hear if you were to hear it in person. Versus, I feel like when you plug it in, you're hearing like if you were to put your ears inside the guitar, that's what you'd hear, and it just doesn't sound as good.
well, that's wonderful. If anyone's still listening
Yeah.
to the very first episode of Everything But Movies with Matthew Heagerty, hope you're enjoying.
This
And
is this is every
what?
week. I was gonna say this is every week. This is the first time everything but movies. Okay, that's like every time I show up though.
Well,
Here's
yeah,
a
but the
here's a
first
joke.
official one.
The
Yeah, I
official
hear
one,
you.
yeah. That's like every time he comes on the show. Remember that whole controversy we had? We had to do the rotating weeks because of it. Oh
Yeah,
man,
that was something. That was me trying to accommodate everyone, and I mean,
yeah,
I
it
didn't have to, but it was just me
was a
trying
nice
to. Yeah,
nice gesture.
yeah. I don't want to talk about it beyond that, but I sure do remember that.
Yeah, I know you don't want to talk. I just remember you being like, "Why am I doing this?" And you just stopped doing it. That was funny. Like, because it was such an inconvenience. Because there were just times where like no one's calling in, and I'm in the chat, and it's just like, we have to stick to it's movie only talk. Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah,
Uh,
and then I guess I can talk about it a little bit. Then when we have the possibly the person that is to talk about movies, then they'll talk about video games. And in the
yeah,
back, I told you this
yep.
before. In the back of my mind, I'm like, if Matt was in the chat right now, he would be getting so much shit from Matt for talking about video games on a movie only week.
Oh my god, yeah, Jesus. Yeah, I remember that was funny. Movie only week, yeah. Video. I did hear. It's whatever. I didn't really care. It's fine. I understood why. I mean, I wasn't even in disagreement. It is a movie channel. Like I really don't fit in because I don't talk about movies as much. I'm not as much of a fanatic as you would say. I mean, I don't know. I like it. I would like to make movies, and I don't know. I guess I have a different approach to them. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it sure was funny for a while there, but yeah, everything evolves slowly, and the radio shows kind of evolved into oblivion. But yeah, that was funny.
I still think you have some of the best bloopers. Your bloopers are the funniest bloopers. I don't know why. When you make a mistake and you just make funny mistakes, like you have the best bloopers. You should
Oh,
do more of them.
I
You should
appreciate that.
make you
I
should
should,
make more mistakes. It makes your show better.
yeah, make more bloopers on purpose. Okay.
Well, you know what I mean. I don't know. Just maybe roll with them more. I don't know. I mean, you do roll with them, but I think you cut out. Don't you cut out a lot of them? I think you should keep more of them in there. I guess that's my point. I don't know if you cut them out. Don't cut them out. They're funny. Not the ones I've seen are really funny.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just I'll do whatever the mood strikes if I feel. So a lot of times in the old days I'd cut them out and like show them at the end of a video or
No,
something.
it's funnier when they're in there. Like I still laugh at the God, what the hell? I don't even remember the name of the goddamn movie. It sucked. Barbarian? Is it Barbarian?
Oh, that's right. Okay, I
Yeah, that was
forgot
the
the.
funniest blooper. I that had me dying. I had to rewatch that a couple times. He's just like coming at you. What'd you say? Coming at you with you just you, the look on your face. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was one of the rare instances where I just did leave it in. Yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
what did I call it? Middle-aged moment.
Yeah. The caption was funny too. Yeah. Oh my god. Coming at you with Coming at you with boom. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was funny. But you've had a couple of them. That was probably my favorite one. But oh, that movie was crappy though. Oh, it's raining where I'm at. Hopefully my power stays on.
Oh, is it raining?
Yeah, I heard something, and I was like, let me look at the weather here. Because I'm stuck in a chair, I can't just look outside like normally.
Well, you can,
It's all right.
you
It's
know,
raining.
you
I
can
looked at.
briefly go look and come back. I mean, we
No,
don't
it's
have
okay.
to hear
It's
you
okay.
every millisecond.
No, I looked it up on I looked it up. It told me it was raining. So I
Yeah,
heard thunder or something, and then I looked
all
it up.
the info you need is on the old internet.
Yeah, I don't have to leave the chair. I already
You
know.
don't even have to leave the chair. You don't have to look away from the screen. It's all on the screen.
Yeah. Oh, are you ever gonna have the original Matt? Is he ever? Are you guys ever gonna do like in person videos again?
Yeah,
That'd be
we
cool.
talked. Yeah, we talked about that, and from what I understand, he is game for it. It's just we generally I don't know. We generally wait for warmer weather, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, for reasons we wait for warmer weather.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, he is open to it, and that's definitely what I'd much rather do. I mean, the phone calls are kind of just because that's the only thing
Yeah.
we can do right now that's convenient. So I hope to do some videos with him in person this spring.
It'd be nice to actually be able to hear him. That would be when if he does it in
Yes,
person, you'll be able to hear him.
in theory, we'd be able to actually hear
Hear
him
him.
then.
Yeah.
Yes.
It'd be nice to hear his voice for once. Clearly hear his voice, I should say.
And in case anyone's wondering, Matthew Heagerty is being a wise Alec right now, a smart ass, as it were.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
and so, thank you very much. It wouldn't be a show with Matt without his smart assiness.
I mean, the quality's pretty. I wouldn't say that if I legit, it's hard to understand what he's saying. I mean, I'm not saying that just. I mean, I'm saying it as a joke, but it legit is hard to understand what he's saying. I have to listen with my headphones on because it's because it's easier to hear things with your headphones on in general. But I have to because I can't hear him through my speakers. I can't understand what he's saying,
Yeah,
and I still have a hard time with my headphones. What
it is a little muffled, but we
do
do
the
our
best
best.
is he still lives in the same area? Like, I don't know if it's private. I don't know if you want to get into it because you had a
Well, I
long
can.
hiatus without him, and then all of a sudden he's back. And
No, he actually lives closer to me than he did when we were doing videos,
oh, wow.
ironically. But he got married
Oh,
and
I didn't. Okay, had
had a
kids.
child, and I mean, he was
Yeah,
yeah.
and I guess now the kid's a little older, and you know.
Kid's a little older, but he got a new one last year.
Oh yeah, I like the way you say he got a new one.
He
Uh,
yeah, should a new he got a new one. He went to the store and got a new one.
hmm. Well, how many does he have? Two, I'm assuming.
I think that the count is holding at two, unless yeah, at the
Mm,
moment.
wow. Yeah, I was listening. I think the last one I heard you guys, I was listening to your Star Wars one. I didn't listen to all of it yet, but that was pretty good. Even though I'm not a big fan of Star Wars, as you know, but it was interesting hearing you guys talk about the new trilogy, the new trilogy, and how bad it was, or how well. Oh man, those movies. Yep. Oh god. What was the last movie? I could look it up. I could ask you if I could just look it up. What was the last thing you did with them?
Yeah, you can look that up. That's another thing that's online you can look up.
I'm looking it up right now. Favorite? Oh, you did a Nate and Will Powell.
Oh
Favorite
yeah,
movie.
anyone who wants to listen to my and Will Powell's thoughts on favorite movies with featuring Beth every now and then, feel free to head on over and check that out.
Wow, favorite movie discussion. Uh, okay, you did Jurassic World. Okay, Jurassic World. That was the last one I saw. How'd that go? I mean, I could listen to it, but pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it was good or bad. I mean, it just was what it was. We were just talking about the Jurassic World trilogy, the last three movies.
Oh, okay, yeah. Did you like them? I saw the first one, and I again, one of those movies I just turned off. I didn't even finish because I didn't like it.
Oh, okay. I thought the first one was really good, but for me, they went downhill after the first one.
Wow. Yeah, I heard the third one was really shitty.
Yeah, I think that for me, the second one is the worst, and the third is not as good as the first one. But that's just me.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. Yeah, Jurassic World. Yeah, I'm not into the dinosaur stuff as much. But I mean, the original was good, I guess, for what it was. It was a classic movie, I guess, but I don't know. It's whatever. Um, I don't know. Just talking into my boom arm with my mic. All
Yeah, we really need like a video of you with that boom arm and the headphone and the headphones on.
I got so many. I got the other cheap mic. I got like, I must have like, I bought a couple cheap mics, so I have enough mics that I could like surround myself with mics and have like it would be funny. It'd be
Well, yeah,
funny.
then you could have like 2 or 3 sets of headphones on your head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then I got it. Another thing people do now is those really bright. They get the really bright lights. Have you noticed that too in videos? They'll have like the super bright LED light right in front of their face, and it looks terrible because it's just like it's like overexposed. I don't know what the term is, but it's just like it's so bright that you can't even see their face very well because it's so bright. It's like I don't know. It's just funny.
Yeah, well, all the young people think if you don't have one of those circular
Yeah, that's
lights,
what it is. Yeah, the circle light
yeah,
that's like super bright.
that you're not doing it right. You got to have one of them circular lights a foot away from your face.
Yeah, which I'm sure that thing's meant to be put like back. It's so bright. I'm sure that thing doesn't need to be right in front of your face. But yeah, that's another thing I've noticed. And then yeah, that one's funny. I mean, that one's not as big of a deal. It's kind of funny, but it's the mic in front of the face. I guess it depends. It depends on where the mic is. If it's just there and it's not like I don't really care, whatever. It's whatever. But I love it when people put the mic like literally like in front of their mouth, like covering up half their face, and it's just like, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, I hear you. It's something that one of the things that it's funny how people like, you and I or anyone just have certain pet peeves, and it's just like, to
Mm-hmm.
obviously the majority, I mean, since the majority are doing it, and in
Yeah.
this case, having mics right up their nose in videos and stuff, I mean, to the majority, they don't think anything of it, but to some of the offshoots or some of the whatever we want to call ourselves, what do we want to call ourselves? Just the people on the sidelines, we're looking at them like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What are you doing? Yeah. But like you said, most people don't care, so you're just an outlier. You're just a weirdo who cares about that kind of thing. So yeah,
Because
what
I
are you gonna
mean,
do?
back in the old days, if they used to have a talk show and if they had boom mics or something, they're usually high up out of the shot. It's not like they were ever in the shot. It's just weird. Matt, it looks like Matt's muted. I don't know if he knows he's
Yeah.
muted.
I had to. Yeah, no, I had to move my
He had to
thing.
burp. Okay.
No, I had to move my arm. Yeah, I didn't want to make any noise. Anyway, the boom arm, I had to move it. Still, again, first time, technical difficulties. I'm still not used to this thing, so I had to
Well,
move the boom arm.
yeah. If you need to stretch your legs, feel free
No,
to do.
no, it's just I just wanted my mic to be. It's no big deal. If I mute, it's just because I'm messing with the boom arm.
So, one thing that I thought we'll get your take on this and your feedback. One thing I thought might be cool because, just as fate would have it, the thumbnail for the first show of everything but movies with
Mm-hmm.
Matthew Heagerty featured a photo that you took. I'm assuming you took it. I
Yeah.
thought, well, we'll float this past you. How cool would it be, or maybe to have you have every single one of these have a different thumbnail with some photo you take. How would you feel about that?
Oh, yeah, it'd be fine. I could take a new photo for it.
Yeah, so like if there's ever something pathetic that you see, just snap it. Maybe
Uh,
keep
yeah.
an eye out and think. Thoughts for future recordings. Like, oh, okay, that'd be a good pathetic image for the next episode.
Yeah, I could do it. Yeah, for sure. I didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't know if you wanted to do this again. I thought this was a one-off thing. I didn't. Yeah, but yeah, I could do it again. Sure.
Well, I mean, it's only fair that Matthew Heagerty gets to show up and talk about everything but movies now and again. And yeah, I thought this could be I mean, ongoing thing. I mean, no specific, schedule or anything, but
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Why? Yeah, because I thought you were done with. I guess you're done with your. Are you done with the show, or you're just putting it on a hiatus?
well, you talk about like the HMF radio show.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean, right now I'm sick of it. So maybe there'll be a time where I become unsick of it and want to do it again. I don't know how likely that is because
Yeah.
here's the thing, and I know you
Yep.
and I completely understand where you're coming from. You're like, you don't need to read. I'm like compelled to read the chat. I think you know
Yeah.
this,
Oh yeah.
and it's like an obsession. It's kind of like, well, I'm thinking like, well, what if there's someone out there who's in the
Oh my
jacuzzi
god.
or driving down the road, or they're not looking at the chat, so this way I can just vocally read the chat so they can hear it without having to read it. So it's like a compulsion of mine
Yeah.
where I feel compelled to read the chat, and that just gets so you know
Old.
annoying for, yeah, it's so old to read the chat, especially when there's two or three different conversations going. It's a mind fucker, and I know I don't need to do it. Maybe that could be some kind of I suppose that could be some kind of a test where I try to do it and not feel like I have to, because you're absolutely right. Like, that's not the norm for
No.
people who do live shows. I understand that.
No.
And I've always understood it, but it was just, one of my whatever, just my personality things. I just compelled to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. I don't know why you do it. I mean, I know why you do it, but I don't know why you do it. To me, I don't. I would never think to do it or want to do it because people can just read it. The one guy driving in his car, he's driving in his car. I mean, he knows that he can't hear the chat, And to be fair, a lot of what at least what I say in the chat isn't worth reading, you know. Just
Well, I
why are
think
you talking to him then? Oh.
there'd be a lot of people that would agree with you.
Well, I was gonna say, like, well, why are you even talking? Because I mean, obviously, but you know what I mean. Like, I mean, there's just a lot of things that aren't even worth reading. Not even because they're bad. It's just like a lot of back and forth talk of just. I understand reading something that's like, whoa, Alston said, and it's like funny. You know what I mean? But other than that, like the
Yeah,
highlights.
I know. I remember instances where it's Wilson. I think he'll
Mm.
list off his three Laserdisc players he owns and the model numbers. And
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or who's the guy from Jersey? Half the things you can't even say what he says on there. Like you have to
oh yeah,
censor anyway.
that's Wilson.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's Wilson. Okay, I forgot his name for a second. Yeah, but he'll say stuff, about it's kind of political or whatever. You can't even read it. Half the time it gets censored anyway, and then when he does make the post, you're like, well, I don't think I can read that. I have to censor it. I mean, it's just like, just read the chat. It'd be a nice feature if this would be logical if there was a way that if you're listening, there could be like a auto, like a voice that just auto reads the text for you in that
Well,
situation
yeah,
for
but
the listener.
that would be so goofy. It'd be like this soulless voice, like
Yeah, but
the that okay, soulless voice. Okay.
well, it's better than I'm saying I don't know. It depends. I mean, because if you have a lot of viewers and a lot of people chatting, you wouldn't even be able to do that because there's so many chats that are coming that you can't even read them. All of them, at least.
So that's my answer. I mean, for right now, I've had it with at least like
Yeah.
the huge movie fanatics radio for now. Nate and Beth shows I might even we might even be getting
What?
sick of. So we do them if and when we want to. Damn it.
What? Sorry, I'm making a weird. What? No, when you did Nate, you said you're sick of Nate and Beth. I was like, what? Um, why? Yeah, is Beth? is Beth getting sick of it, or is it just you? Or I mean,
I
she
think
seemed
we're
like
both. Yeah, I think she's even getting sick of it.
really. Wow. I she seemed like well, it's like the last couple times it's like she drug you. It seemed like she drug you on to do it, but I guess she's getting tired. Huh, that's a shame.
Well, it's possible my indifference is wearing off on her.
Oh, gee, yeah. I mean, yeah, because if she's the one, yeah, because it's not as fun if you're indifferent and don't want to do it. It's you should just like set it. You should just have a Beth show. Just set up the mic and stuff, and just be like, all right, I'm just gonna be in the other room. Have fun.
Yeah,
Just do the Beth show.
yeah, I don't think she'd do that.
No, why? What?
Well, she doesn't want to be on her own, probably.
Okay. I get to ask you. I know a technical question, but it when I'm talking to the mic, does the volume dip in and out a lot? Is there does it sound pretty even?
Well, I don't think I have a super hearing like you do or discernment, but it sounds pretty even to me.
Okay. Well, that's all. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. But I was just if it's noticeable, because sometimes I'm not like again first time, but sometimes I'm moving further away. I didn't know how much the mic was, because I'll tell you this: if I was using my cheap mic, which I don't know I don't know if you know what the difference between a condenser and a dynamic mic is.
No, I don't.
So the long story short, the dynamic mics are like what you see on live stages almost every time. They're really good at rejecting noise like around. That's why they use them live, because they're good at not picking up things around them.
Oh, yeah.
But the downside is that if you like move further away from the mic or to the side, it really falls off in volume. So it almost sounds like you're like now I'm talking further away. I'm talking closer. It does a
Oh,
lot. It's more dramatic when you do that. Where the mic I have now is a lot better at just as long as I'm kind of in the right area, it's not as affected by that. But on the downside is it picks up more noise, so which isn't good for if you have a lot of noise around you, because it's going to pick it up easier. Which is why I wanted to use the cheap mic, because it's nice to not have to worry about like noise, or I don't know if I think Skype is blocking. It has a noise cancellation, so it's probably blocking my fan in the background when I'm not talking anyway. I mean, you don't hear my fan, do you? The whole time?
well, I gotta wait for a moment where you're not talking.
Well, there you go. Here, try. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's fine. I don't think.
No, I'm not gonna be able to hear the fan.
No. You would, because when I'm recording normally, I can hear that fan through this mic, but it has noise cancellation. It probably cuts out the really like the low level background noise, which is easy to do. But I'm rambling. But
He's rambling, everyone, on this very first episode of Everything But Movies with Matthew Heagerty.
well, Matthew,
We gotta have you do it the title at least once with that East Coast Philly accent.
what's the title? Everything But Movies with Matthew Heagerty. Everything But Movies with Matthew Heagerty. I'm not even doing it my normal voice.
Well,
I
yeah,
was trying to do the radio voice. What is with that stupid voice they do on the radio? And I guess not every radio. Now I feel like I have to do it because I have the boom arm and I have the whole setup now. Oh, it's 12 o'clock and we're gonna be listening to some Lady Gaga. Right after this commercial coming at you. I don't know. Is that what they say on radio shows though?
I wouldn't know, but I really do hope, there's no pressure. It's completely up to you, but I do hope that someday, I can see a photo of Matthew Heagerty in front of his, whatever boom mic arm with his headphones on.
Oh my God! Why? Why do you want to see a photo of that?
I don't know. I'm obsessed with wanting to see it, but that's
Oh
okay.
man! No, I mean, it's okay. I mean, maybe one day.
Maybe one day, something to look forward to. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I got the whole setup now. I feel so. It does put you in a different mindset. I mean, when you've got this, like I don't know. I'm getting used to it now, but it's like it's different. It definitely is different when you have all the stuff, right? Just I don't know. I was like have to be more on my A game. I feel like I don't know.
So like 90 minutes in, how are you doing sitting on your ass the whole time? You
I
getting
mean,
you
it's all right. I mean, it's all right. Um,
getting used to it?
yeah, I mean, I'm moving around and whatever, you know. But yeah, it's all right. I'm glad I chose this mic over the cheap one because it's nice to be able to not have to like be right on the mic the whole time because I am kind of moving around and stuff. I don't like having to just be right on the mic the whole time. When you talk, do you move around at all when you're near the mic, or do you kind of stay still?
Nah, when I'm talking, I pretty much stay still. I'll move around when you're blabbing.
Oh, okay. Wow. I have to move. That's I have a lot of energy, so that's why I like to walk when yeah. But like I said, I sit down for hours and play video games or have before and talk to people. Oh, I hit them. I don't know if I made a noise. I just hit the so it's not like I haven't done this a million times. I mean, I sit down on a chair and for hours and play games and talk to people on Xbox Live. So, you know,
Yeah, it's yeah, just think of it like it's no
we're
different than
gaming.
that.
We're gaming, bro. Play some Halo.
We're
Um,
gaming without the game. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's the YouTube game. Playing
Oh,
the
there you
YouTube game.
go. The
You know.
the game of life on YouTube. Okay.
How many are you coming up on 1,000 subs now? I said when you get 1,000 subs, I know you can get the ad money. Have you thought about that, or are you still far away from that? I haven't checked.
I'd say I'm probably still pretty far away from that. I'm like at 621, I think, right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, closer than you were a year ago, right?
Yeah, 630, 613 a year ago.
Oh, really?
No, I can't
That was like
remember I
500.
can't remember what I was a year ago.
What are your thoughts on like if you get to 1,000 one day, like getting ad money or whatever? I mean, with that.
I don't know if I'd even bother because I mean the views are shit. So I mean,
Mm.
why do you want to pester the few viewers you have?
Well, here's the thing. They put ads on your video regardless. Even now, you might have an ad, so you might as well
Ye-
get the money if they have, because the ads are going on either way. The viewers are
Yeah,
getting pestered now either way. I could understand before when you could just turn the ads off yourself, but now YouTube thinks it's okay to put ads on the video regardless if you get money or not. So I would say, obviously, if you can do it because they're going to do it anyway. You might as well at
well,
least get some
in
money.
5 years when I got 1,000 subscribers, I'll ponder it.
5 years when I'm dead. I'm just
There
kidding.
you go.
I just when I think of myself, 5 years, you're like, well, that's a long time. The way this world's going, yeah. Oh man. So you think the quality of the mic sounds pretty good? I mean, you've been hearing it the whole time. I haven't really
I've
tested this
I've
mic a
been
lot.
hearing it the whole time. We did some tests and played it
Mm-hmm.
back, and you definitely sounded better than me. So yeah, your mic sounds good.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. Thanks. I mean, thanks to whoever made it. Sounds good. When did you get your microphone? How long ago did you get that mic?
I probably got it in 21, like after I did a decent amount of
Uh,
shows, probably.
that's right. I was the other week or whatever. I was listening back to. Hopefully, I don't lose power because I keep hearing the thunder. Uh, I was listening back to some of your old shows, and I know you probably didn't like it. I thought it was endearing. You could hear the computer fans going because they're using your laptop mic. I thought it was so funny because, like, it was pretty loud. Like when you listen back to it, it's like it's funny though. It sounded fine though. I know you didn't like it, but I thought it sounded all right. It's just you could hear the computer fans, which was funny. Like you
That
could hear the
was
computer, like the hard drives, whatever, just doing all the computer things. It was funny.
Yeah, that is funny.
Have you ever listened back to those old shows?
Not since I did them.
No kidding.
That would be something fun to listen to.
You've never listened to any of your old shows back? Like not even recently or
No, I haven't.
why just no desire or I'm assuming maybe
You
no
got
desire.
it.
How
You
come
got well, I'm constantly, maybe not constantly, but I'm trying, I try to keep output going at a regular
uh
basis. on this channel. I think it you know, if you kind of have a constant, more or less constant
Yeah.
flow, it does kind of help with getting seen. And
Yeah, you're always making videos, so you don't have time. Yeah, I get it now for sure. Yeah, you're pumping new video out every day, don't you?
not every day, but I try to do like every third day, put out something.
How do you do it? You put out a lot of content. How do you do it?
Well, I got it, you know,
How do you do it?
I got an obsessive personality. That helps.
And you love movies, I guess that helps too, because you're talking about
Well,
something you love.
that helps too. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think. Like, I don't know if I could. I mean, I guess technically I could put out content, but I don't know if I'd want to. Like, I don't think my heart would be in it because there would be nothing I could put out that frequently that I'd actually want to put out. I can't think of anything. I mean, I could
Well, you
probably,
know,
but
I for one think it's a bummer that you don't barely, well, you pretty much don't. What, it's almost a year, or is it 2 years since you
uh,
put
year and a
something out?
half.
Is it 2 years? Year and a
No, it's
half?
not. It's not 2 years. It's like a year and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, I personally think that's a bummer, and I think that there's you know, people that would like to hear from you every now and then on your channel, but it's your decision. So
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I have a few more YouTube videos I want to do, but I mean, sad to say, but I got a few videos I want to do, but after that, I don't know if I'd ever want to do it. I mean, I could be fine with. I don't know. I mean, I might be okay with never doing one again after that. Like, I got a few things I want to get out, and then after that, I mean, I'm not saying I won't do another video, but I'd be fine with just calling it quits because I don't know. I don't know because I just don't I hate YouTube. You know I don't like having to censor myself. I just it's not fun for me anymore. You know it
well,
really
there you
isn't.
go, everyone. You heard it from the Matthew's mouth directly there. That's why his output has declined. He just
Yeah,
can't.
well, can you blame me? I mean, it's just I mean I don't know because I like making funny stupid videos and like you just can't do it like you used to and it's not you know it's just I don't know. I'm always it's just what's the I don't know what's the if you can't say what you want to say I just I don't know. And if you go on like another channel or something, you go on another platform. There's like you don't get any views. You could say what you want, but no one's on these other, no one's really on these other video sites. So it's just like, well, you can make the video you want, but you're making it for yourself at that point. So I don't know. What's the point? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. It
We'll
depends, man.
see, everyone. Time will tell if he will grace us with another video ever again.
It's just I don't know why people like my videos. I don't even I don't know. Like I don't think they're that good. Like they're okay, some of them, but I don't even know why some people think my videos are funny. I mean I think they're funny because I think I do it because it makes me laugh, but I don't know why I still blows my mind people watch some of my videos. I'm like, why are they watching this trash? So that's another thing. I'm just like, who watches this? Like who likes this, you know? Like I don't know. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like my stupid videos, like I don't know.
well, I mean, like you said it yourself. You're making them. You think they're funny. So
Hmm.
why is that? Why is it, you know, a
Well,
surprise that anyone else does?
because that's why because I think they're funny. So I'm surprised that other people think they're funny because I'm what I think is funny or cool. It's usually not what most people. You know what I mean?
Oh
It's not what
yeah,
most people think. So
yeah,
that's why I think it's
that's
kind of
true. But I
strange.
guess on the old worldwide internet, I mean, I
Yeah,
guess you're reaching people with the same humor.
yeah, but I have a lot of humor that I can't do on YouTube that I know people wouldn't like. 'Cause, like I'm only doing the mainstream humor that I think is funny too, but there's stuff I can't do that one most people wouldn't think is funny. I think is funny, and I can't put it on YouTube because it would probably just get deleted because it'd be against their guidelines or whatever. So, and those are the videos I really want to make, not the ones that people wouldn't even like because they're over the top. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. What was I gonna say? Like I told you a million times, I wasn't even like the main channel that I made. I wasn't even planning on making that channel. That was just the channel I used to browse YouTube. I only made some videos because I thought I was just practicing making videos, and I was like, "Oh, this is funny." and then they end up getting more views. And I don't know. I never cared about making. I never planned or wanted to. I guess it's one of those things like, you know, oh well, it. What's the word? You want to do something, but people like you don't. What people like is not what you really wanted to do originally. You know what I mean? I just kept doing what people liked it, so I guess I'll just keep doing it. But I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
So, you know, it's kind of catering to
yeah.
what the positive response is, even though and you might not be so much into it.
No, I mean, I don't know. I'd rather make music, honestly. I like make. I'd rather, like I said, make a movie or just keep making music. I get more satisfaction out of making music because I listen to my music that I have and write. I listen to it all the time. So if I make a song, I don't even if no one hears it, I don't care. I'm listening to it because I made it because I want to hear it. But if I make a video, I don't watch these videos. Like if I make them, they're not for me. Like they're for I have fun making them and they're fun during the time I make them. But I don't get there's no replay value. It may be years down the road I'll rewatch them, but I hardly like rewatch the videos. I'm not like watching them over and over again. So I make them for the audience. So that's why I cater it to what these people like that I think is funny. But that's why I'd rather spend my time making music because I'm not getting paid for anything. So it's just like, well, at least I don't know. That makes sense. That rant.
In a way, but I still think at the end of the day, people would like to see you every now and then, but it's your channel.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I have to, I have personal things I got to take care of. I got to try to move out, and I have to do that stuff before anything else. Before I even think about this online stuff. I don't know. Like I said, plus the way the world's going, it's kind of just I don't know. This it's all just seems pointless to me. Ugh. But I'm doing it. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I gotta just get out. I'm just in a funk. I just try to. I have to get out of it.
Just a 30-year funk.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, more than usual. That I can't even. I'm not even making content really. But I don't know. It's whatever. It's okay. I have you seen my car channel? Have you seen the? I mean, I only made a couple videos, but have you seen the car videos?
Well, I think I saw some of them years ago. Yeah,
Mm.
I think so. There's that one where you think you got the lapel mic, and it's like you only use the audio from it in certain parts,
Yeah,
and then what was the reason for that? It just sounded better.
it just sounded. Yeah, it was like it just was like clipping, and I don't know. Were you talking about the most recent one?
Well, I don't know. All I know is there's one where you're like driving around and you're wearing a lapel mic, but
Yeah, it's not the lapel. Yeah.
it's not the lapel audio. So you're saying that
It might have
the
been
mic.
like, yeah, I don't remember. There was a reason. I think my camera mic just sounded better, and I like that my camera mic was picking up the more of the car too. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's further away and it's roam roam. You hear the car. Where my
Oh
lapel
yeah,
mic wasn't picking it up as much. And I was like, I'm just gonna go with the camera mic. Because it was
that
like
makes sense.
I was new to making those videos, and I didn't know. I was just it was trial by fire or whatever. I was learning, so I learned that I preferred the camera because I liked hearing the car. More of the car. But my last video, I mixed the lapel with the camera, which was a pain in the ass. But
Oh God, I
so
can imagine
yeah,
getting it synced.
I had to sync them, and I had to do the levels. So I ended up using the lapel mixed in, and at certain points the lapel mic's a little louder and softer. But yeah, just because I wanted to hear the car stuff, but I also wanted to use the lapel for a little clear. I don't know. It sounded better, but it ended up being a real pain. But whatever. I mean, I'm used to it. Because when I did I have you seen the guitar channel? I don't know if you
Yeah,
that
I saw that years ago as well.
yeah
Yeah.
that because I had to do that kind of. I was used to it because I had to do that kind of stuff. I had to sync the lapel mic with the guitar and the camera because I was using a lapel mic on those videos, but it had to be synced up with my guitar. So you know what I mean. So that was a big pain. Because I was playing guitar in the videos, and I had to sync up with the video as well. So I don't know. So I was used to doing that with the lapel mic, but it still sucks. I mean, it'd be nice if I could just, I don't know. Whatever. That lapel mic isn't, it's funny because I bought lapel mics and I tried a couple of them out and they didn't sound any better. That wasn't even a real lapel mic. That was just that was the same mic I use in all the shows I call you in on. That was just an old headphone that I had that was like broken, but the mic still worked. I just cut the headphone off and it works as a lapel mic and it sounds as good as the other cheap lapel mics. And I don't know. I just ended up using that. This was years ago. I went through a whole thing trying to find a good lapel mic and I ended up just use the head. They sound pretty much as good as any other lapel mic. And I don't know, it was cheaper anyway, so that was kind of funny. I mean, there were lapel mics that are like more expensive that sounded, but lapel mics, they're only going to sound so good. They're little mics. They're not going to sound boomy like this.
Not like that.
I'm speaking closer into it right now.
I heard you do that, yeah.
Proximity. This is what they call the proximity effect. I watched so many stupid mic reviews before I got this, and testing the proximity effect of this microphone. Because they have to test it because you want to know how that's what's called the proximity effect, and not every mic is the same. Some of them are a lot more boomier when you get closer up. Some of them are less boomy. Because you could tell it increases it's louder, but the bass is going up. I don't know if you can hear that. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. I haven't really tested this mic a lot.
Proximity effect.
You could do it on yours too. Yours would have it as well if you get close to it. Proximity effect.
Well, I'm pretty much right up to it right now.
Oh,
proximity effect.
Oh, I just heard it. Yeah. Not super pronounced. Yeah, like your mic isn't super, which can be a good thing. You don't really want a lot of it when you're doing what we're doing, because some of these like mics, especially like I said, the dynamic mics, they have you get close to them and it's like they get a lot louder and the bass of your voice just gets super boosted, and it can be kind of boomy sounding. So it can be good and bad. It really depends too.
It depends on what you're going for.
Yeah. If you want that real like boomy radio voice, that you kind of want that. Like you want to get close and we're on a radio show right now, everyone. Oh man. So I don't know. I'm probably boring you with all this mic talk. I just spent so much time trying to find this microphone. Oh man. Too much time.
Well, I'm glad you found it, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking this back. This is as good as it gets for me. This is the end of the road.
This is the end of the road. Maybe the wrong the wrong wordage, but
What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know. End of the road for microphones. Like this is the last, I don't unless it breaks.
The first and last episode of Everything But Movies with Matthew Heagerty.
You never know, man. You never know when your time's up. You don't decide that at times,
Well, that's true. The premiere and final episode all in one.
How long was the Halloween video we did? Do you remember the review?
What
Halloween
was it?
ends? How Halloween ends when we did the review? Do you remember how long it was? I could look it up, but I don't know if you know off the top of your head. I was just curious how.
Probably just 90 minutes, maybe somewhere around there.
I like that movie. I have to rewatch that. I like that. What did what?
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Didn't you do a review with Matt on that, or?
Well, we talked about the
trilogy.
The trilogy, all three of them. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear that yet. But did he didn't like Ends? I'm assuming he did.
Yeah. Surprisingly, I think he appreciated the things we do about.
Okay. So. Yeah, I was again. We had a whole review on it, but you can watch. But yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I just liked it was different. I just liked watch the review if anyone's watching it. Doesn't. I won't get into it.
Listen to it.
What? That's right. Well, I think a YouTube video, watch it, but you're right. Yeah, listen to it. Oh man. Oh, have you? What's your other buddy's name? Keith? Has he been around? I haven't seen.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you saw, but he actually did call into the last Nate and Beth
Yeah.
show. So
I was saying, have you been hanging out with him, or the weather's been too bad?
no, I've been seeing him like once a month over the winter, but we've been meaning to record some stuff for the channel. Like every time I put out, maybe not every time, but every now and then when I started putting out these discussions with the original Matt, then Keith would be like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I want to let you know what I think about that." So I mean, it's just yeah, we might do some audio only stuff soon here, but we'll probably get back to doing
Yeah.
if the snow ever melts and if it ever warms up, we'll probably be doing more outside videos this spring. But we've been meaning to maybe do some audio stuff soon here.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's yeah. Him calling in or him actually showing up?
No, just audio in person. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow. Yeah, you did a couple already with him. I know you did one outside. You're in the house in the one. Uh, yeah. You got a nice setup there with the campfire and all that stuff. Didn't you guys do one by like a fire? If I'm thinking correctly.
That might have been some other channel, not us.
No? You were
Oh,
okay.
maybe you're thinking of that really short clip with me and Beth by the fire. It's like Beth does a like a line from Friday the 13th and we have a laugh at it. Maybe you're thinking of that.
No, I guess maybe you were just outside. You probably weren't by the fire. I just thought you had a fire, but
Oh, you know what we did is I think during a radio show I shared a photos of us
ah, that's
by
it.
a fire. There you go.
Okay, okay. Yeah. I knew I saw something with a fire.
Yeah, there you go. It was just photos of a fire we had. Yeah, okay.
Man, how's the Miata?
Well, it's same old, just too lazy to do anything about it.
Mm, okay, yeah. How's the Jeep? It's running good or?
Yeah, that's luckily doing good.
Yeah, luckily, right? You got a Jeep, yeah. Has it been reliable for you, that car? That car, SUV or whatever?
Yeah, luckily both Wranglers I had.
Oh,
When
that's right, yeah.
back before I got my first one, I mean, a lot of a lot of people say stay away from them because
Yeah.
people who are Wrangler people are also people that just want to just drive the shit out of their vehicles. And
Yeah.
I remember driving one Wrangler before I ever got my first one, and it was that exact thing where it was just everything was loose and it was
Yeah.
just like someone probably tore it apart. But the first one I got was relatively new with relatively low miles, so I had really good luck with the first one for 16 years.
Yeah, that's not bad, yeah. Yep. Oh man. Do you don't take that thing, yeah, you don't take it off-roading, do you? Or even off
No,
trails?
no. Nah, I'm not that kind of a fella.
No. Oh man. Just how old's your kayak? Like do they it's made of fiberglass or is it plastic or what do they make
Yeah, I
those
don't know
things?
what the hell it's made out of. It's made out of
The
something. So,
durable though?
yeah, it's durable. I got it. When the hell did I get it? Probably 2004, I think.
Wow,
So,
okay. And no signs of like I mean it's probably like the paint's probably or what it's probably fading a
well,
little,
I
but
think yeah, I don't even know if it's painted. I think that
yeah, as I
it's
say.
the color of the material, but
Right, right, right. And
I mean,
it
it's holding up good, but I mean, how, it's only used a handful of times every year.
yeah, you're not like hitting rocks into it like whatever like going through rapids either. Not really
Yeah,
like
I'm not
using it.
going through rapids and hitting rocks.
Flipping the thing. Oh man, I can you imagine going through rapids like it'd be fun, but like yeah, on a kayak is you're like stuck on that thing and if you flip it and then you hit a rock under oh god. Oh, that's one way to die. Right? Like
Yeah, that'd be something. Yeah, I can always remember because when you first tell people, you're into kayaking, that their first thought is like, God, don't those tip over easily? And there's this general consensus that there's all those videos where they people, Mr. I don't know, stunt kayakers are
Yeah.
flipping, you know, they're intentionally going upside down and then they can flip back up kind of thing. And
Yeah, they flip easy. Yeah. I mean, any boat that's narrow flips easy. To be fair, now a canoe flips even easier. Really? It feels like it flips easier. If you're sitting up higher and it's just
yeah, see,
tough
if you're
job.
sitting up higher, if you're sitting on the actual seats that are meant to be set on the canoe, yeah,
Oh,
that's no,
less.
that's gonna be more of a tip
Yep.
situation. The great thing about a kayak is you're pretty much
Lower
sitting on
center
the
of gravity.
bottom.
Yeah, lower center. Yeah, it's so easy to flip a canoe, especially you got other people in there. You're standing up. I hate going on canoes for that reason. They're not wide enough. You have to be. It's not fun for me. You have to having to stand up and like, oh, I have to balance myself, and hopefully the guy behind me he doesn't do anything stupid. And I'd much rather be on a rowboat. Way easier
Yeah,
to not flip.
I hear you.
Kayak. I did when I was a kid. The only time I really kayaked, I tried doing some kayaking. Again, one of the harder things to do for kayaking. I thought it wouldn't have been that hard. I was really I learned a hard lesson that day how difficult it was, especially at my young age. I did ocean kayaking. We rented a kayak to like ride the waves, and I was like, oh, it'll be like boogie boarding. No, I flipped so many times. It was I could I spent a couple hours doing it. I was like, I don't know, I must have been like 12. I was a kid, but I couldn't get the hang of it. I didn't have enough time. It wasn't even fun. It was just like a lot of work to not flip that kayak and paddle your way. I don't even remember. It's been so long, but I just remember flipping it over and over and just it not being fun because it was like a lot of work to not flip the kayak. And yeah, I don't know. I never cared to even try it again, honestly, because it was like, this isn't even that fun.
Well, yeah, ocean's a whole nother story.
Because it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't even know what you have to do. Yeah. I remember you having to like paddle. Like you have to paddle your way and fight the current, like the wave, to not just turn you and then you flip. And that just to me just didn't it wasn't fun. It felt like work. Like it wasn't fun. Boogie boarding, you're just like, I've never surfed before, but I imagine surfing. I don't think you have to. I don't know though. Again, I don't know. I don't want to talk out my ass about it, but I imagine surfing's not easier, but like not as much like actual physical. Like, oh, I gotta paddle like crazy, and I don't know. Maybe I was just doing it wrong. Honestly, maybe I don't know. I could have just been doing it wrong too. Maybe I didn't really have to paddle. I don't remember. I just remember it really sucking, like not being fun. I was
Well,
excited for it
damn it.
too. I thought it would have been fun. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna freaking kayak and go on these waves, and no, nope, nope. No. Have
So
you? Sorry, what?
have I what?
Been whitewater rafting? That's fun.
No, the closest I got to that was, at some amusement park where you're just in the, the circular thing that goes down
Yeah.
the thing with the water tube.
Yeah, I know you mean. I might have asked you, but old age, I forget. Do you? I know I've asked you. I just don't remember your answer. I think you said you don't like theme parks, right? You don't like going on rides, like
Oh yeah,
thrill
we
rides.
had this we
Yeah.
had this discussion. Yeah, I don't like rides. I'm too much of a whatever. I don't like being rattled and everything.
Well, to be fair, some rides. Yeah, it depends on the ride. Some rides rattle you, some rides don't. You know, that's very dependent on the ride.
Yeah, well, I don't like the rides that rattle you.
What's a ride that you don't like that rattles you? Like the one that spins like that. What's that zipper one that like can spins you around as you zip it?
Well, being I don't know the names of anything, but last time I was on some kind of cart that, goes up and down and to the side and to the side. And, it's
Yeah.
like a cart riding a jungle gym and all these sharp turns and up and down. I mean, it just rattles your guts.
Yeah, it's the whole that's kind of what people are going on them for. It's supposed to rattle your guts.
Yeah, okay, we'll go pay all this money to rattle your guts. Okay.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's a cool. It's a fun. I mean, for me, it's fun. It's a fun feeling because it's not just your guts. You'll get like, I mean, I guess it is all your. To be fair, because sometimes like it depends on the ride, you get those G forces, and I wouldn't consider that a rattle as more of like you just feel that sensation of it like pushing into you, and if I don't know, it feels cool.
Yeah, I think it was like 2 years ago we were talking about this on a show or something, and you're like, you talked about an experience you had recently where you're like, ah!
Do that again.
Do, do you remember that? Like you had some, I think it was, I don't know if it was
With the
the
one that I got
summer,
hurt on, the one that was like
well,
my back
maybe,
was messed up for like
yeah, like was that
days.
the summer of was that the summer of 21?
2022. 20
Oh, 20, that was last year? No, I
Yeah,
wasn't.
well the one I got hurt on was last year, yeah. But I went both summers. I went 21 and 22. But 22 I got really hurt on. I'll tell anyone this and hopefully they fix the ride. El Toro. It's a wooden roller coaster in Six Flags Great Adventure. I went on it in June of 2022 and I never that ride had derailed, okay? Like prior and they supposedly fixed it. Like the roller coaster actually derailed. I feel like I've talked about that. And they supposedly fixed it and everyone online was like, "Oh, it rides fine. It rides fine." And then I go on it and I literally hurt my back. It was so rough. It was rougher than it was beyond tolerable. It was just like, wow, like I hurt my back. My back was legitimately messed up for days after that. It felt like you were riding 70 miles an hour, which is basically what you were. You were going like 60, 70 miles an hour with steel wheels on a wooden track hitting a pothole. Like hitting a pothole like 60 miles an hour with a steel wheel and no suspension. Like that's literally, it was just jackhammering you. It was. I was like, how did they release this? Anyway, I don't know if I told you, but like 2 months after that, after I got off the ride, people went to the hospital. They got like really hurt. Like they didn't like, they got really hurt. And I'm like, oh, no shock there, So they had to shut the ride down. I could have, yeah. Anyway, that was the ride I got hurt on and really jacked me up. El Toro. I'll probably never ride that ride again. I mean, unless they actually fix it, you know.
Yeah,
It was like
I think,
fundamentally messed up. Like something was wrong with the ride because I rode
yeah,
it a year prior and it wasn't like that.
I'm pretty sure we heard you about that
Mm-hmm.
that
Oh yeah.
that from you, but I don't think we heard about the fact that the same thing people got
Yeah, they went to the
messed up.
hospital. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we heard that detail.
I probably did. Yeah, because it happened. Yeah. Yeah. So they went to the hospital a couple months after I wrote it. I guess it must have gotten worse, or maybe they were. I don't know. They shut the ride down, and it's supposed to open this year. I mean, they're supposed to fix it, but they were also supposed to fix it after it derailed and people got hurt. It's funny because no one got hurt when it derailed. Like no one actually got hurt from that, but people got hurt riding the ride after they fixed it. Because after they fixed it, they messed something up. And I don't think they wanted to admit it, obviously. But oh, look what happened. Probably got sued. I don't know if they got sued. I'm sure they did. But yeah, that was the ride. I mean, it was a really good roller coaster prior to that. It's a real shame because that was one of their best roller coasters. Oh man, that's a real shame. Hopefully they actually. I doubt they'll fix it. Right? I'd be really shocked if that ride ever rides as it used to. Like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, hopefully I'm wrong, but I would bet money it's never going to be the same. Maybe it's enough. Maybe it won't hurt people, but I don't know if it'll ever be like smooth. Like smooth. I don't know. It was never that. I don't know. I'm rambling about roller coasters. But you know what? It's not movie talk, so whatever. Roller coasters are cool. They're fun.
Well, right, that as you know, um, on this new, whatever you want to call it,
The new, I know what
new.
you were gonna say. I know what you were gonna say. The new, I know. It was right on the tip of your tongue.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
the new, you've heard it. The new, I don't want to say it. It's over
Oh
now,
no,
but
I
yeah,
wasn't gonna. I appreciate you not saying it. I wasn't
yeah,
gonna say that,
yeah.
but no, just the new Slam Bang feature on this movie review channel. Can you remember the title of it?
Everything but movies with Matt.
With Matthew Heagerty.
Oh, we said the full. Okay, yeah, with Matthew. With Matthew Heagerty. Um, do you? You played video games back in the day. Did you ever play the Roller Coaster Tycoon games or any of those like building stuff games, cities or theme parks or?
The only one of those I ever had was the kind of cool Xbox Jurassic Park
Oh,
Maker or
okay.
something. I can't remember what it was called, but I think it's actually relatively goes for a decent amount of money
Yeah, it's
now.
popular now. Yeah, I know what you're talking about because it goes for good money now. Yeah, everyone and they never made a game. I mean, I think they've made dinosaur. Like, I think they have made Jurassic, but I don't know. I feel like that. I think that game captured something that they haven't really been able to make. Yeah, and it goes for money now. Yeah. Did you liked it? I assume like sounds like you liked it. It was a
I don't think it really held my interest very
no.
long, but you know, for the brief amount of time it did, I liked it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Roller Coaster Tycoon. I played that a lot, and I still sometimes play it today. I have the third one, and I play that Planet Coaster, which was like, kind of like it's not. I don't know if it's the same company that made Roll. I don't remember. No, it's not the same company. I don't even know. I don't know. But anyway, it's kind of like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but it's Planet Coaster. Pretty good game, except it takes a lot out of my PC. It's hard to I don't know, it's hard to run. It takes a lot of resources for a PC to run that game. Like to have a big park. Like you can make a little park, but once you like push that game, like it's really hard for that game to run like float like smooth. Just
Well, that makes
all the stuff happening like because it's got to do all these calculations for the rides and all the people and it's just all these calculations and your CPU it's just really taxing. And apparently it wasn't programmed that well to like optimize it, and I don't know. It's a shame. I don't know. I mean, it runs all right, but it could be better. It's a good game though. I highly recommend it. They're fun. Yeah.
well, that's Matthew's testimonial on whatever the hell that game is called.
Planet Coaster. Planet
Planet Coaster. Go check it out.
Coaster. We're not sponsored. Be nice if we were, right? It'd be nice if you were sponsored. Get some money. Hey, go play a game. Give us some money.
Yeah, that
Uh,
would be.
uh, oh man, yeah. One day you're gonna get sponsors. You're gonna be like, you're gonna be pimping out stuff on your channel.
Yeah, I doubt it, but that's okay.
Pimping. What's that website you really like? What's that one called? You get all the Blu-rays from?
What? What do you mean?
With
I get all the
there's a website you've always mentioned that has a lot of Blu-rays,
Oh,
horror Blu-rays, or
well,
movies in general.
Blu-ray.com. I mean, is
Is
that
that
it?
what it? No, I thought there was one that was dedicated to like horror movies, having like horror movies.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't know. I could have swore like scream something.com or
Oh, Scream Factory?
yeah, is that it? Yeah, that might be it.
Well, that's like an outfit that puts out, older horror movies on,
Yeah.
new Blu-ray editions. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, that's maybe they'll get an ad from them like pimp them out.
Probably got to get above 1,000 subscribers and
Yeah.
average views of 35, but one
30
can hope.
3,500 or 35,000.
Yeah, 3,500 is a better view count than 35, but oh well.
I mean, I don't know how they do those numbers because I've seen ads on videos that like I don't know the guy I didn't write it down, but it's like they didn't have a lot of views and they didn't have a lot of subs. I don't know. I guess it really depends on whoever wants to put ads on your videos, what they're willing to pay someone, and whatever. I mean, because if someone wants to pay someone $1 for an ad, I'm sure that happens all the time. Oh, I'll pay you $1 if you put your ad on my 500 view video, right? That might be worth it for some person.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, I guess it's all a matter of like negotiating the I don't because you're talking about ads that you'd be doing personally, I guess, not like YouTube ads that they just put on your video, but that they just choose. But whatever. I don't know. Whatever. It's just money. It's just, I don't know. Our lovely money supply, it just seems so safe and secure, like everything else, right?
Yeah, I sleep well at night knowing it's safe and secure.
I know. Well, as we're doing this radio thing, at the time of this recording, things are a little hectic in the money region of the world. won't get into it unless Nate wants to. But that's why it's
And
kind of funny to me. It's just like, it's real safe right now. Real.
yeah, Nate doesn't want to get into it, but yeah.
I don't think it'll be as bad as people are making it out to be, but it's just more the same, you know.
More of the same. There's always something to keep us worried about.
Yeah, that's that one. It's because this one hits people in the wallet, though. You know, literally.
Yeah, what doesn't?
That's true, but this one's like directly, like right in there. You know, it's not as like overt, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you know, it takes me 2 hours. I get a little warmed up with my new setup. You know, I'm moving my hands right now to try to get the energy out instead of walking around like a madman. But yeah, I don't know. Are you getting tired? It sounds like you're losing energy.
Yeah, I'll probably check out sooner than later, but I do appreciate you stopping by, and I guess we got a nice little test of your setup here.
Yeah, hopefully sounds all right. Um should. I'm just
Well,
more wondering, like, I'm gonna look up later what Skype does to the audio. Like like how much do they downgrade the audio quality? Like, and I wonder if there's a way to make it better, I guess. I don't know.
well, probably not without paying.
Yeah, you know what? It might be one of those things where you gotta pay, yeah. Like, oh, you want good audio quality, yeah, you gotta pay us money. You gotta pay us money. I feel like, do you have Google Hangouts or Google Chat? I'm sure you do because you have the YouTube account.
I've never used it. Why do you ask? You'd rather use that?
Well, I wouldn't rather, but I'm saying it might. I have to look into it, but I'll do more research. But the audio quality might be better on that. But I don't know if it's as easy to record on. I'll have to look into it. I don't know if there's just a record button like on Skype. Like, Skype makes it easy to record. I'll give them that. So I don't know.
Yeah, that is something we do appreciate about Skype. So thank you very much, Skype. And feel free, if anyone's still listening, feel free to drop us a line or a comment and let us know what you think about the audio quality. Are
If
you picky like Matt, or is it just absolutely fine and dandy the
I
way it is?
I'm not that picky. It's just I have this, and I was like, well, I'll just use it because it sounds better. But yeah, as long as if I'm listening to talk, as long as I can understand what they're saying, it doesn't have to be, you know what I mean, radio studio quality. But I have this stuff, so I use it. But I was gonna say, if someone's still listening after 2 hours and 13 minutes, they deserve money. We have to send them money. They
Okay,
deserve it.
so feel free to contact Matt through his website and ask for his money.
Oh man, yeah. Because if someone says I want my money, that means they actually, unless they skipped around and got lucky, they actually listen. You know, most likely listen to the whole thing. But to be fair, they might
Yeah,
have gotten lucky and skipped around too.
they might have gotten lucky and skipped around. Yeah,
But then they
so
have to like quiz them. Like, all right, well, I have to ask them questions about halfway through, a quarter way through. What do we talk about then and then and then? You know.
I always thought that was funny. It seems to me like I've seen people on videos that say, "Oh, I'm not going to say this until the end of the video." I mean, don't they know you can just skip to the end of the video? Like,
Yeah, I know. That's why I was just like, well, someone could. It's just near the end of the video, and that's actually easy to skip to the end. It's like more a lot. Like, you're gonna skip. I feel like to the middle or near the end. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. You're gonna be like more in the middle, or you're gonna skip towards the end. Like,
well,
that in
yeah,
between is gonna be hard to find.
if you're going to quiz someone, make sure they heard the whole thing. You're best off doing like, every quarter or something,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
quarter of the way in,
Hmm.
halfway, or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
3/4 of the way over.
yeah. Do it in like fifths or whatever. Yeah, just cut it up. Yeah, don't. Oh, wait till the end. Okay, let me skip to the end. But to be fair, that might be for like that might be for. I guess it depends, because sometimes if they're doing it live, they might just be talking to people that are listening live. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true.
Like, if
Yeah.
it's a live show, well, all right, wait till the end. Well, you have to wait. So if you want it now, like if it's a giveaway or something, like you gotta wait now, or you're not going to get the giveaway because if you listen later, it'll be gone. Yeah. I don't know, but you're right. Sometimes people do say that in a video that's recorded that they can easily skip that wasn't live. So I think that's kind of funny. Wait till the end. Oh, I'm going to the end. Like, you're better off not saying that. You know what I mean? Because everyone's going to skip to the end if they actually wanted whatever you were talking about. Oh, man. But maybe they know subconsciously no one wants to watch the video except for the end, so they just tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be a Freudian
Freudian
YouTube
slip.
slip.
I know you don't want to watch this video except for the reason at the end, so you can just skip to the end. Oh, man. Ugh. So how's Beth been doing? Pretty good? She's working hard?
Yeah, she's been hanging in there, that's for sure. So that's good.
Yeah. And then what was I gonna say? Ugh, I don't know.
Well, we're both like I
Coming
say,
near the end
especially
here.
this time of year when you're really sick of winter and the way the winter is just not we're ready to leave us. We're really just, close to pulling our hair out over this weather.
So the forecast all next week is still freezing, just no signs of.
Well, I guess high 30s, low to mid 40s, but I mean, it's like still
Yeah,
pretty
it's
much below freezing every night. It's like, yeah.
wow. What is it usually around this time of year? What's it usually getting up to?
Oh God, there's been days in March in past years where it's gotten up to 70. I've been biking with like nothing but shorts on. I
Wow.
mean, it's this
Wow.
this March is like the worst March
Ever. Yeah.
probably of like the 21st century, I bet. I mean, it's just I'd say the average temperature now should be like 50.
Yeah, it sounds yeah, it sounds about right. Wow. Yeah, something, yeah. Now, what will you do if it doesn't let up for April? Like, will you just lose your mind? Like, what
I'm
happens?
gonna
Like,
lose my mind. I'll make a final video and that'll be it.
I know I know I'm laughing because I think you're joking, but I don't know. You're like, you only had like to hold on another couple weeks, man. I couldn't take it. I mean, it would be pretty insanity inducing that long of a winter, especially your winters being as brutal as they are. Like, that's yeah. I'm guessing you're not looking forward to next winter. Like, I mean, hopefully, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be, yeah, I was thinking the same thing the last couple days, like Jesus Christ, like if this winter can be like this, that means any winter can potentially be like this, and
yes.
you're absolutely right. I'm like, Jesus, at some point it's like, how long am I gonna live here? But I don't know.
Mm,
It's just easier to stay here. I don't know.
yeah. Are you still doing like wood fires, or have you been doing that a lot this winter? Like,
I wouldn't say a lot because I try to I try to wait for the coldest days or nights. You try to conserve wood, because you've only got
yeah.
so much of it stored up. So, but yeah, every now and then do a fire and live it up.
Do you where do you get the wood? Do you just someone deliver it to you, or do you go pick it up, or
Nah, it's stuff that I either go places, somewhat
Mm,
coworkers. There's a Beth has a coworker where we can go and get it and cut it up
yeah.
and bring it back. So, plus there's, just, yeah, if I just see stuff, I can just grab it and
Yeah. People leave it. I've seen people leave that stuff on the side of the road, like logs of wood or whatever.
yeah, I mean, I don't buy it. Are you kidding? Like what they
Ah.
call the wood, if you see like them little stacks of wood that they have at grocery stores or gas stations, like they went from like $3 or $4 to $8.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not yeah, and it's yeah. Do you use an axe, or do you have a chainsaw, or what do you use to cut it?
Yeah, I mean, I generally try to do stuff that's small enough where I can just do a handsaw and
Huh. Yeah. Yeah. And you got you have like do you have a what do they call those fire what do they call those things they put in the chimney? What are they called? The furnace? I don't know if it's called a
I don't know.
furnace.
Do you think something's in the chimney? What?
Well, my dad has one. It's like it's like a furnace that's closed off. I don't know. It's better for. I don't know. I think they're just called a furnace. I don't know. I don't know though. There might be
Mm,
a special name for them.
you mean there's like a flue or something?
No, it's like just a big metal box with a door. You start your fire, you close it, it vents it differently. I don't, you have to have it installed into the chimney.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man.
You just use the chimney as it is, right? Like nothing.
Chimney doesn't have anything like that in it that I'm aware of.
Okay, I figured it didn't. My dad spent a bunch of money to get one of these. I think they're just called a furnace, the heating furnace or whatever, but a wood furnace, I think it's called. I don't
I'll take your word for it.
know. Yep. Ugh. So yeah, that's a shame that your winter has been so. I wish I could trade you. I would have traded you some of these warm days.
Oh, you want all this cold and snow and ice? Okay.
Well, I don't know. The older I get, the more I don't like the heat. I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know what heat. All the noise that the heat brings, or I don't know. Just tired of
Well,
hearing leaf
that's
blowers.
true. I mean, if you have a mild winter, then you're hearing leaf blowers all year.
And I was, yeah, I was.
And you were, yeah.
Yeah, I just like peace. I like peace and quiet. And nowadays, you literally, if you're, you don't even necessarily get it in the wintertime with snow because then you still have other people making noises. But your best shot at getting peace and quiet is, the middle of winter when there's a bunch of snow on the ground. That's it.
That's true, yeah. Unless you're somewhere where everyone's driving by on a snowmobile.
Yep. Yep. Which I know there's probably a lot of places like that. Or, they're just, I don't know. Or they're, like I said, they're using leaf blowers to blow the snow, which people do nowadays. So, and that goes out the door, right? Man. Did I ever show you the picture of the mowing the lawn in December? I showed you that picture before, right? That's another funny picture or video. Maybe it was
Yeah,
a video.
I that does ring a bell. You may have shared something. I can't remember it. December seemed like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, that was the first like wow, that's the new thing, mowing in December. Okay. And no, they weren't mowing lawn like leaves or anything. No, they had already taken care of all that. They were mowing the grass because they like weren't there that long. It was like they were there long enough to just mow the grass and they left. And there was no leaves to mow up or anything anyway because they took care of that already. I was like,
Yeah,
wow, they're mowing the lawn. Like I don't know what they're mowing, but they're mowing the lawn.
yeah, that's I don't know what the hell you got going on next door. That's
Oh, I had to take a video of it. I was like, I have to document this for the future because I don't know if people would believe me some of the stuff. And that's probably nothing, but I mean, the grand scheme of things, it adds up.
you
Um,
got that right.
just like how these people have those lights blinding in your face. Like, I mean, it's kind of like if someone told you 20 years ago that would be the norm, you'd probably look at them like, what are you talking about? Like, you're crazy, man. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that seems so stupid.
people aren't going to need lights on during the day and where they're on the trail in the country where there's no cars. You're nuts.
It's exactly what you would have said. Exactly what you say. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, it's like, yeah, people they just leaf blow the grass in the middle of December and January. You're like, what? Yeah. I mean, we'd be here for days. This stuff that I've seen the past couple years that I don't know. These new. What do you want to call them? Like these new trends? Like they're like what kind of trend is this? Is this like what would you call this? It's obviously a trend. These are all trends that people pick up, but is it like I don't know, like the annoy the living shit out of you trends that people just pick up? Annoy anyone with a functioning or I don't know, maybe we don't have functioning brains. Maybe it's us. It's fine, but
I don't know. It's just most of everything comes down to herd sheep mentality.
yeah, I mean the whole saying. I always think the saying. You were drilled as, oh, if everyone jumped off a bridge, would you jump off the bridge? And it's like, yeah, most people do a lot worse than that, actually. It's like, if they only just jumped off a bridge, that would actually be better than what they're following, you know? Jesus. Like, yeah, people would jump off the bridge, but they do worse than that now, so.
Well, I think I've about had it for this first episode of Everything But Movies with Matthew Heagerty.
Did you come up with that on the spot, or did you think about that? Like the way you were gonna say it, and was that just on the spot, or?
No. I figured after I came up with the name, I figured
Yeah.
that's I think it was, maybe a couple days later. I'm like, well, this is how I could say it too. It'd be like a
Yeah.
70s game show.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny though. Well, I could I could listen back to you saying that, and maybe I'll put it in my edit. Do you want me to like make it? I don't know. You want me to put like echo on it or some effect to make it? You could like reuse it or something, make it sound funnier. I don't know. Do you want me to make it like more? I don't know. It's up to you.
Well, the thing is, though, I mean,
I guess how would you play it? Yeah.
yeah, there's no way I'd play it, and to do it, I'd have to put effort into it, and I don't want to put effort into it.
Well, I mean, you could, because we don't. It's not live. You could just put the clip in.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, you
Yeah.
could just
Because
you
like
could
just
just
put it as an intro. Like, yeah, I'll just give you the what you say, and I'll make it. It's up to you. I mean,
well,
that'd be
yeah,
funny.
if you wanted to try to make some dumb echo thing, you could do it and send it my way and see what happens. Yeah.
Maybe some stupid music. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. It'd be funny.
Well, yeah, you could make a jingle or something.
Yeah, it's up. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it comes out. Should you know? Oh man, but yeah, I don't know if you wanted to end it now or if you had more in the tank. End it.
Yeah, I mean, I get what the hell
Yeah.
do you want? What? It's very close. I know that. I'm kind of tired. What the hell do you have to talk about?
Oh, what I mean, nothing else. What hasn't been said? It's over. What are you gonna say?
Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel. As much as I'd love to stay, my brain's kind of mush, and
Yeah.
I gotta probably head on out. So
Yeah. What's it like? 9:30 where you're at, or I think you're an hour, right?
yeah, so it's like 9:40. Yep.
9:40. Yeah. What time do you? I know we're getting. What time do you usually go to bed nowadays?
Probably midnight.
It's not bad. All right. Well, if you wanted to end it now, I got nothing else. I mean,
Well, very cool. Once again, thanks for stopping by for this, whatever the hell you want to call it, just chat about everything but movies. And like I say, keep that in the back of your mind if you're out in the world and you see something
yep,
pathetic, snap a photo for the next thumbnail.
I will. I usually do try to take photos of insane stuff. Yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye. All right. Well, thanks for having me on the show.
Thanks for stopping by, and we'll definitely do it again at some point. Don't know where, don't know when, but it'll happen.
All right. See you. Bye.
See ya.